Thanks for tuning in this week. Leave your feedback in the comments section below. Let's get the show started. Are you ready? Hell yeah, brother.
Welcome back to the Illusive Studios podcast. Today is Saturday that you are watching this, of course. My name is Hunter.
I'm Cody.
We got a special guest today.
I'm Brett.
And this is...
Rocky. I wasn't sure you wanted me to say my name or my real name.
Whatever you decide to pick.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. It's whatever you would want to go with. That's what I was actually going to ask you about, like...
Rocky, Dip, Kendall.
You can
All
call me
Fat
Brett.
Man. Whatever you want to call it.
Fat man.
Fat Man.
Good God.
You Kevin Smith now?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, man. So, how do you want to start things off? Should we do it as usual? Get it out of the way?
I can say, obviously, at this point you're watching the video, you can tell things have changed.
True.
This
Whole
is
new set,
a whole
boys.
new setup. Everything's working as far as we know, and we hope it's working for you. And we're going to move right into our first topic, which our main topic is going to be Brett Reels. His channel is finally coming to an end after all these years.
We got, what is it, a decade of content, right?
Yeah.
10 years coming to a close. You, what do we have? When your video came out? Noon, as of the posting of this video, right? So, what, you want to go ahead and tell them what your channel name is and what the video is? Or?
All right. All right, we got Mr. Banana Master. You don't know it? Look it up.
That's right.
If you type it on YouTube, you'll also get this video called Mr. Banana Things. It's a bat.
That's not what you need to watch.
No, definitely.
Check it out though, because it's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got Mr. Banana Master. Started back in late 2009, and from 2009 to 2014, it was pretty much, it was just it was a lot of not well made videos. It was a lot of, there was maybe 5 of us, and it was just us goofing off a lot. And one day in 2014, during the Ebola crisis, as horrible as that was, we made a pretty good video, and then like a week later, we were like, let's make another one. So then we made another one, and then that just level of momentum just somehow evolved into something else. We were like, let's bring more people in, because we realized the more we brought new people in, the more we realized that it was more interesting with newer people. So we just kept adding and adding and adding and adding, and then by the end of 2015, well, by the end of 2014 at least, we had added like 10 people, and I was like, oh, this is cool. It's like we're like a real channel. And then by the end of 2015, we were up to 30 some people, and I was like, oh, all right. And
Hell yeah, brother.
Kept building.
it's been building and building for the last couple of years. I don't know how far you want me to talk about it.
Go into as much detail as you want to. We have nothing but time right now.
Okay, all right.
But I mean, if you don't feel comfortable, it's all up to however much you want to
I
disclose.
don't know what else you're going to ask me, so I just want to make sure I save some material for the other question.
All right.
We
so
have no
for material,
script, so.
speaking of, I think we're going to do a massive cheers here.
It's time
go
for
ahead
this.
and-
I'm so honored.
All right.
Now, we usually pop the caps first. And, boys, let's do it.
Cheers to the end of Mr. Banana Master and the 5th Illusive Studios podcast.
That's right. I don't know, I just tried to put the lid back
Now
on
can
that.
we sit the mics on the table?
Absolutely.
All right.
Just don't forget which one's yours.
Put them in all 4 corners.
Can I ask a question that's kind of just a PSA?
What's that?
How do you drink out of a bottle without it bubbling up at you?
Bubbling up
Yeah.
What do you mean?
at you.
Every time I drink out of a
I
bottle,
don't know. I'll have to taste it
bubbles
again to try it.
It's like you get bubbles. Like
Oh, well, you don't, like... do
Well, you gotta leave a little bit of
You just-
airspace? Is that
Yeah,
what
you
you're
just
talking
kind of, like, hold your mouth up to it and then let it fall into your mouth.
so. Don't like wrap your whole mouth
don't, like-
around the bottle.
I am of legal age of drinking. I want to make sure that's clear.
Are you sure? Or are you positive?
No, so, I mean, basically, I used to struggle with the same thing whenever I first started, like, consuming the boozy alcohols and
beverages?
whatnot. Yeah. So, basically, you just want to, like, hold your mouth up to it and then just pour it in your mouth, like...
It's a learning experience.
And you'll still get a little bit of bubbles, as you see there, but it's not like drinking out of something with a straw or something where you have to like apply suction to it or anything like that.
What is that thing that people do when they like slap your beer and it like bubbles?
Dude,
everywhere? That will absolutely.
So if you're holding,
I will beat the shit out of I will ruin your life. If
Yeah,
you do
that's
that.
some dick shit.
If you're
Yeah.
holding your beer, and I'll just use Brett's as an example, and they take the bottom of their beer and like tap it on top of
Yeah,
yours,
exactly.
it
Yeah.
fizzes the absolute
Yeah.
hell out of it.
That
I
is
guess
the
it gets.
meanest thing to do.
Yeah.
You're just holding on to it, and they're like, all right, now you gotta chug it,
Right,
And I was
yeah.
like, dude,
Yeah.
I would literally
You guys
break my
do the
bottle
lids. Like, I
over
put
something.
mine
I
right
literally
here.
just threw mine on the ground, dude.
Yeah.
There's
Threw it offset.
I'm done.
there's one of our
Just
there's one of our videos. It's the Legend of Layla Smith. There's a part where I'm drinking a beer, and in that video, it foams up and goes on my shirt.
Oh man.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
we're keeping it.
It's in the video.
The first
in there. Watch that
was-
video.
The
Yeah, check
first.
it
Sorry, I
It was
didn't
the
cut
last
you guys off.
official one.
Go on.
Anyway, the first Illusive Studios podcast that we did, didn't you actually spill a mics on your shirt during the toast or
Yeah,
whatever?
turned up right on the cheers.
Yeah.
Spilled it.
First episode too.
Yep. fuck
Wouldn't
it.
you know it? That's how
It's
it goes.
content at this
yeah,
point.
It's, how it
Who
goes. It's
cares?
live.
So you have what? 10 years of videos, right? All right. The finale video. Do you want to talk about that? Anything? Give any sort of details, or do you just want to say, head to youtube.com/Mr. Banana Master and check the video out yourself?
What do you mean? Like,
Do you want? I mean, any sort of details? Do you want to like talk about like what happened, what your thought process was?
yeah,
or
I want to
any sort
share
of stuff
some.
like
My biggest question is, when did you start working on this project?
that? Yeah, it was a while.
When did all filming start? Yeah.
Well, technically, it was a year ago, wasn't it? Because
Yeah,
of that
well-
one scene.
As far as working on the final video itself, coming up with ideas for it and everything, and like actually putting things to paper, because the way the video is this is probably, of all the ideas that I had, this is probably like the 15th idea, because it wasn't just a first thing. Rocky knows, because
You
I
don't
told
know
him
how many
every
ideas
single
I've
i-
heard.
Every single idea
Every
I had,
idea.
I messaged Rocky. I was like, I got it, and it goes back.
This is the one.
It goes back to last April, in early April, because I had the idea of ending it, and I made a surprise music video for the channel. And at the end of the video, it said, "In 2019, it all ends." It was all mysterious.
Yeah.
And then I made another video right after that explaining what that meant, and then I told him I was ending it. And I told Rocky right then that day, I was like, I already started writing the last video, and the original plan was that it was going to be a bunch of characters from older videos, and it was like the timelines clashed, and the Caleb from
Yeah.
Caleb Dilemma was the villain because the Banana Master didn't like that they were mingling timelines, so he brought Caleb to life and he threw him into this timeline to go kill the guys. So it was Steve from the Banana Business, Lewis from the Choice series, and Harper from the Banana Business, and Prince Huaylin and Jeff had to fight had to fight Caleb. And,
Wonderful.
And
Shout out
Caleb,
Jeff.
yeah, and Caleb was getting pissed off that they were coming after him, so he kidnapped President Nazaroth to fight on his side. And then what happened, the way it concluded, was they were all in this. It was a bit. They clashed together in the house, and Jeff used his telekinesis to turn Caleb's gun and shoot himself.
man.
And that was how. And then it was they after all this. Jeff also had this magic ability to bring you to another dimension. So he brought Steve to see the Banana Master, and the big plot twist was that the Banana Master was Steve's dad who passed away. And it was like that he didn't actually die. He's been running the show. And Wayne Real was going to play that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which would have been your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have came to fruition.
That was the original plan. 15 plans ago. What we got is nothing like that.
at all.
No, it's pretty cool. I actually
Far-fetched.
enjoyed it because we just watched it before we started filming. Like literally just finished watching it and then cut the lights on for the set and everything else. It was. I definitely enjoyed it. For after I don't know how long. When did I come onto the Mr. Banana Master channel?
It'd be in May 2015.
Oh man, I'm glad you remember that. I don't.
Yeah,
But-
first reactions. What does everyone think of it?
Yeah, I mean, I watched it, but as is a very common theme, if anyone watches any Illusive Studios podcast, I don't remember things very well at all.
Happens.
But, so you said that the original plan was like Caleb and all that stuff that you just described. It partially just lost memory again, but, you're gonna have me die again. How many videos was I in that I survived the end of it? Do you remember?
I have a number of how many videos you've been in. I think it's like 28.
28.
I'd say out of those 28, you might have lived in like 6.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, not to spoil anything, but
Yeah, don't get any details away.
Well,
at this point in time, when you watch this video, the video's ever going to be
The video will be live.
They still might not have seen it.
True.
Okay.
So, if you want to see how that video goes, just head on over to, your link is the same as the channel, right?
What?
The link. So, for a while...
What does that mean?
For a while, Hunter's link to YouTube was Yugi Dude, which was like his old account name. But he changed everything around, and it is now youtube.com/Illusive Studios, which is how you get to all our content currently. So, yours, I would imagine the link for your
Yeah,
YouTube.
it's probably Mr. Banana Master.
Okay,
Is that
so-
how you type it in the URL?
I'm sure it is. I don't know. I never typed it. I don't
Well,
have to.
yeah, sure. We know right where to go.
Well, Hunter's gonna look it up.
There might be a link somewhere.
Give that baby a Google.
Yeah, we'll let you know in a moment or two that the
We'll get there.
exact URL, or I guess they're called URIs now. Did you know about that?
Type
Hunter?
in.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard of it.
It's been a few years back whenever obviously the whole Bowman class and everything was going on, but apparently I don't know if this is still true or not, but at one time they changed the identification thing from URL to URI. I don't know why. I don't even remember what the acronym stands for, but apparently it went from URL to URI. For some reason, I should probably update my technology.
I have not heard of that, and I haven't seen anybody post that.
Yeah, no, I've always used URL, and it's probably much more common, but...
This is a dumb question. Don't judge. How do you spell banana?
BAN.
B-A-N-A.
But literally,
As long as
is that right?
So bananas.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That's
it
what's
was.
funny.
For some reason, I thought it was two N's. Like,
Call it that
together.
girl. I have to sing it every time I put my password in.
But see,
I did
now
too
my
for a while.
question is, what does URL stand for?
So yeah, I don't know.
that too.
Oh, well.
I can actually look that up.
Unified
It's probably like
Red
universal.
leprechaun.
Unified Reading Leprechauns.
Red.
It's just a club of leprechauns in their own little library. Unified Reading
My
Leprechauns.
phone is so
They're on the
slow. It's about to die.
Only every St. Patrick's Day.
What are you
Yes.
talking about?
We're talking about the leprechauns.
It's not important.
So
There it was.
Check it out.
is that what it is?
That's it.
That's it.
So,
Confirmed.
if you want to watch the final video, that's the name of it, right? If you want to watch the final video or any other video
Literally the final
of
video.
Mr. Banana Master's content, make sure you head over to www.youtube.com/Mr. Banana Master. That's this guy right here. We've been working with him for anywhere between 5 to 10 years. You know, some of us even longer than that, because I was in the old MySpace videos back in the day. Well, one of them.
Okay, so the farthest back of anyone in this room on the YouTube is actually Hunter, because we made that stupid ass.
His channel video was playing.
We made that Day of the Attacker one day at school, and it's Hunter fighting off our other friends, and we got yelled at because we were all outside. It was like rewards day, and we were in 9th grade, 8th grade. We were in middle school because it's when we were in the history teachers, dude. I can't remember his name. I'm not gonna say
History?
it. Yeah,
Yeah, but
but we got in trouble because we were out there hitting each other.
Violence is not tolerated.
That is a
But-
time capsule.
So, URL, since you guys were asking, it stands for Universal Resource Locator. I almost forgot it
Oh,
that fast.
Definitely not leprechauns.
Yeah, not leprechauns. Confirm now.
There we go.
you don't know what the URI stands for?
Didn't even bother to look it up. My phone's almost dead, and I really don't
You're
care.
very
It's
transparent.
much. Do it.
Maybe somebody will tell us in the comments.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. Which, by the way,
Here we go.
we do have a new set. We do have a few upgrades. But as usual, we're still looking for some support on this channel. Most definitely. So, Hunter, you take it away, bud.
All right, man. You're going to want to go down in the description and get yourself some of these GLS audio cables. And I can officially say, as we've done agreed,
For sure.
like literally, you had some guitar cables over here at one time you brought.
Dude, they were garbage.
Dude, right? So I never knew that cables actually made a difference in the sound
Yeah.
quality. Yeah, well, it turns out, like, man, the tone of this guitar just don't sound that great. And if you would have used them for something else, the audio quality would have been down the hill too. But dude, moment you plug these in, it's just like, I mean, it just gives you that Eric Clapton quality, you know, live. You know what I'm saying? And they're actually, I looked it up recently. This is news.
I haven't heard this.
They're Amazon reviews. These are like probably one of the highest rated guitar
Really?
cables on
For
Amazon.
real?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
And they've been out apparently. I mean, they've been doing in business since like 2004. So I mean, they've been around. Everybody recommends them. I think there's like literally only 1% of negative comments, and the rest is all positive. Like out of like what was it, 4,000?
I mean,
So,
you
yeah.
can't really beat that, but I mean,
High quality, durable.
for sure.
say.
Use our link. You're going to support our channel. We'll get a little bit of benefit out of it. It's going to help us a lot. So if you really need some, check them out.
For sure. Like you said, the link is down in the description right below this video. They will be anywhere between what, 15,
They start around $11 to $12. I
$11
think.
or $12, and probably up from there,
Right.
right? Depending on the length of the
It
cable.
goes from 6 foot to 20 foot.
Yeah. So if you want to do that, we would greatly appreciate it. By all means, please do. It will support the channel a lot more than you could even possibly realize. Any amount of funding will help at all. But if you don't have the money or you don't feel like spending the money, we also have a link that will be down in the description below for Amazon Music Unlimited. You can start a 30-day free trial for that. And, you go there. I actually have done this myself recently just to check it out.
Right.
You go there. If you have an Amazon account, you just use that information. You do have to insert your payment option information in there as well as, I think, like your name or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you sign in with that. It takes your information. And then you just click, literally click Start Free Trial. And from there, you have 30 days to cancel. Once again, using our link in the description to do this, please. It will support us a lot. But you start your 30-day free trial, and within 24 hours, if you want to cancel it, by all means cancel it. If you want to keep it, keep it. But if you do cancel it, you will not be charged a dime as long as you cancel it before the 30 days are up. If you want to keep it, like I said, go ahead. But after 30 days, it will renew your subscription, and you will be charged. It's not
$7.99.
on mine. It said $9.99, but
Did
I mean
it?
there were several options there. It was like individual or like
Oh,
there
yeah.
was like 3 or 4 different options. But
Can you
mine said
verify that if you sign up, can you cancel like immediately?
$9.99. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. I don't know about how much that would help us out because
Like I said, I know you can cancel next day.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a sign up and cancel immediately thing. That to me sounds a little weird, like on the business side of things. But,
Right. Yeah.
At least one day ahead, and then you just cancel it. And you probably keep it for 29 more days, anyways.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because mine still said that the subscription canceled on I think June 27th because I just did it the other day.
But that's a huge support for our channel, and to keep bringing great content, we kind of really need the support.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reality of
Definitely.
it, man.
Now, is there a promo code that they can enter?
No, not
There's
really.
we do not have a promo code unfortunately at all. But for the Amazon link, you shouldn't need a promo code. It's free anyway.
Yeah.
True.
The only use for a promo code would be to get a discount, and Amazon's not going to pay you to sign up for anything, so you can't get any better than free at that point.
If you're interested in the comment section, we can get you promo codes.
Hey,
We have access to promo codes. It's just it depends on what product you
Yeah,
want.
definitely. If for promo codes, especially through Amazon, it depends on the product, and a lot of their promo codes don't last very long.
It's at least a month, I think.
Some of them are
Maybe I'm
shorter
there
than
2
that.
weeks.
It really varies depending on the product and the timeline as far as promo codes. But
especially if you get into like monthly subscriptions like
Yeah.
Netflix or Hulu, whatever you would do. Like
Yeah.
they do like 2 week stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like now just click the link and
Right.
you're right there.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't mean to laugh there. I just thought of something that I don't even remember what it was. But so yeah, definitely make sure you I say a lot. Make sure you hit those. Go down into the description and click on those links. We will greatly appreciate your
Smash 'em.
support. Smash them. Click them, tap them, whatever your
Hug 'em.
platform of use are.
Hug them links.
You hug,
Hug them hard.
You hug
You
the
know you
links
want to.
You know those
And-
folks on Facebook? Poke a link.
Poke it.
with your
No one
any
pokes on
finger.
Facebook anymore.
Any
If you still
finger.
poke on Facebook, you gotta stop.
You like guitar, you like chords, you like amps, you like music streaming. You can't go wrong with either product.
No.
So I mean, what are you doing?
If you got some dollars to spend,
What are you doing?
you go
What
ahead and buy
I'm
the
saying.
cable. If you don't have the money, it's totally free to sign up, and you're helping us out.
And we like we all said, we greatly appreciate it. Your support will help us, will allow us to continue to create content such as the Illusive Studios podcast and any other potential upcoming projects. That I mean, sad to say, people, the world we live in, you gotta have money to do anything worthwhile.
I don't have shoes.
That's true.
can't
He
afford
doesn't
them.
have shoes. That's you just.
Help this man. He can't afford shoes. Help this man.
You're the only one not. Oh wait, no, you're not.
Click the link.
Oh, well. I thought you were the only one not wearing shoes.
Does
but,
Spotify has where you can do like free trials, doesn't it?
for the first time, I think.
Very first
I
time.
was gonna say, how about
yeah.
instead of using the Spotify free trial, use this
Yeah.
one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Forget
Or
Spotify.
even if you use
Yeah, I
Spotify,
have
just give it a rest
Spotify.
for a little bit.
Yeah, you don't need Spotify.
Yeah, I use Spotify every day. Don't use Spotify.
Hey, I'm trying to get some money here.
I was just saying.
I need shoes.
He needs shoes.
I'm sorry.
I look like Huckleberry Finn.
What?
Poor guy.
All right, so
bad for you.
let's swing it back around to what we was talking about previously.
We were talking about his channel, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, the final video.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we asked how long ago you started working on it, and you told us a little bit about it, and how long we've been in your videos and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I want to circle back to the being in the videos too, because I want to talk about how you guys got into it.
Sure.
If that's all right. Well, it's interesting because for a solid, almost like a year leading into it, Cody always wanted to be in the YouTube videos, but I didn't know Cody. And I thought he was a shady looking dude. So I said,
It was
"No."
probably the hair and the clothes. It was a
He
weird
had
time
long,
for
he had
all of us.
long hair. And
Swoop.
Yeah, those are the days.
It was all scary. Well, I was making a video one day, and I really, really wanted to have a big cast for it. It's a video called "The Party." It's not on there anymore. You can't watch it. But it's a good video, and I really wanted a big cast for it. So I was just asking everybody, and I was asking our friend. Can I say his name? Jacob Naisrod?
Yeah, we mention him
Say
literally
it
every
many
podcast.
times. What's up,
Say it
Jake?
every single podcast.
Shout out Jake.
He's coming on the podcast.
He's
We were-
got-
You better get here.
I was asking my friend Jake to be in it, and Cody was standing at the locker beside him, and Cody goes, "Can I be in it?" And I was like, "Yeah!" So he came out there, and I had him paired with Zach Hannes, and he was Mr. Black, and Zach was Mr. White.
Which was ironic because our clothing attire was like completely opposite of that. I was wearing black pants as Mr. White, and Zach was wearing those like tan khaki colored pants as Mr. Black.
That's the irony,
Yeah.
I suppose.
And in that first video, Cody had like he had like three or four lines, or even that. Yeah.
It was-
He talked to Derek, and he said, "Hey, it's a plumber."
He was my
And-
Palmer, as I said, like 6 different times.
And that was how he began. And then Rocky, I had written a Happy New Year video. Can't watch it; it's not up there anymore. Sorry. And I had written a Happy New Year video, and I had written a part for someone else. And I showed up and I was ready to make it, and that guy wasn't there. And I was like, "What am I gonna do?" But Rocky was. No, you weren't there. You were.
No.
I had because someone else texted me, and he was like, "Yeah, he's not coming." But I got Rocky Barnes with me.
But Zach.
Yeah.
Because Zach was at my apartment
Yeah.
and you were about to go film it.
And I was like, "Bring him, put him in it." So that's how Rocky started.
And here I am.
Yeah. He's
All the way to the final one.
He's the
Many videos.
aside from me, he's the number one with the most videos on Mr. Banana Master.
Where would I rank on that list?
You're I have.
You're up there with
Okay,
me.
well, I remember the list,
Yeah,
but
you're brief intermission. Don't go anywhere.
well, we can wrap back
final
around.
list.
We can wrap back around to it.
I got it right
Once you
here.
find it.
Back to it.
All right, so we're back to it.
So here we are. Quick segue right back into what we were talking
We're right
about.
back in here.
That's right.
You're number 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you sure you want to end this right now? Can we do something else?
The top 10, it's me with 66, Rocky with 38, Derek Cook with 38, Zach Cannis with 32, Isaac Cardo with 29, Malik Mustard with 29, Cody Ratchford with 28, Kira Redmond with 26, Will D with 25, and Jake Nazarod with 24.
Top 10 All
I'm
Stars.
below Malik.
Yeah, I didn't realize Malik's been so many.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, that's true. He just kind of slips his way in there.
Almost sounds like some shade being thrown.
Huh? No shade.
No, I'm just messing with you.
I love you, buddy.
I haven't even talked to Malik in a while, to be honest with you.
Just whenever we filmed a part of the final video, no spoilers or
Yeah.
whatever.
I
This
was
is the last time I talked to him.
I was
It was the
in
first time I
other
talked to
parts of the video. Like I said, I haven't spoken to Malik in quite some time, to be honest with you.
Yeah, what was interesting about doing the final video was there was a few people that I hadn't spoken to in a long time, and I wanted to have, a sizable cast for it because it's the last one, and I wanted it to be special. And there's a few people that actually came back for it who I hadn't seen in a long time, so I'm not gonna say who they are, but you'll find out. Of course, you don't know who I haven't seen, so you're not gonna know. But
Well,
but they're in there. But yeah, I just wanted to back to what you were going to ask me. I'm sorry. Circle back around.
I didn't actually have a question in mind, but I'll come up with one right now. What do you think about tomorrow's? You're releasing this tomorrow, right? The official video.
Tomorrow being Friday, May 31st. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Filming this on Thursday.
Saturday at noon.
No, it's for sure.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Tomorrow.
never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's coming out the same day as Rocket Man.
We are filming this on a Thursday. It is going up Friday at 12. And this podcast goes up on Saturday at 10.
So it's already there. Go
Yeah.
watch it.
Go watch it. What are you doing?
If you want to go over and watch that video,
Don't go yet.
Do not click off the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
we still got other stuff
after
coming
you're
up.
done watching this lovely chain of events that we don't even know what in the hell is going to happen here at this point.
You're gonna want to hear more of us.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully, but
And it's an hour long.
at least
At least.
there's no set time limit for this.
No. I'm talking about the video.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
there is a
Yeah, the
set
final
time
video.
limit for that.
Yeah.
It's going. It has an ending.
It begins and it ends.
And there's a whole lot of stuff that happens in between there, just like life.
And then it ends.
But yeah, if after you're done watching this lovely podcast, sorry to cut you off, Hunter. If you want to go over and watch the final video or any other of Mr. Banana Master's content, head over once again to www.youtube.com/Mr. Banana Master. Or if you're already here, since this is a YouTube video,
Link will be in the description for sure.
Okay, well there you go. You can go down to the description, or you can just type up in that search bar, Mr.
Yeah.
Banana Master, no
then-
spaces,
And then
there
go
you
watch
go.
Mr. Banana Things.
You see a
I have not
clickable
seen
link.
that video.
You haven't seen
I
it?
don't think
Click
so. Yeah, if you see links, click them. Help us.
If you see one link in that description, click every single one of them. Guaranteed.
Wait, all right.
Guaranteed
We might
they're
be
important.
asking you for a little bit much, but I mean, if you feel like it.
If you see,
Give us some money. Help us out. Watch my videos. There's someone else in there too. Join a cult.
Join a cult.
Kill a goat.
oh god, don't kill the goat. Goats need to live. We need milk, cheese. People, I've never had it.
Yeah, no, I stock it.
You stock goat cheese?
Goat milk.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, I
I've
didn't even
not
know they
tried
had
it,
that.
and I don't plan to, but it does sell. It does sell.
Well, you know what else sells? Heading on over to youtube.com/Illusive Studios. Subscribe, leave a like, comment, man. We need your all's feedback on some stuff like this. Just let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think about the new setup. Is it better, worse? You like having extra people on the show?
Yeah,
Starting to sound like
I
GX.
personally
with the
like having more people
Yeah,
here.
for sure.
It gives
boring?
more.
Right.
Are we ugly?
I never remember words, but you know, there's more stuff to talk about. There's more people here with more, variety. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, this is why I need people like you on the show.
Yeah.
But so, what are we doing?
You asked me how I feel about tomorrow.
How do you feel? Are you scared? Or are you happy about people's reactions to the video?
All right. So it's no secret that Game of Thrones got its ending received horribly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want that to happen.
Right.
That's what I'm worried about. Because, personally, I like the Game of Thrones ending.
I didn't get to see it.
I thought it was pretty good. It's not. It is what everyone says it is. It's super rushed and it ignores years of character development. But I respect the work that was put into it. It's a beautifully shot thing. The acting in it's amazing, and it's just the writing's garbage. But I still respect the writers because they're in the position they're in, and they put in. I'm sure they put in their best work.
Maybe they did.
Possibly too, but it's just despite all that, it's getting torn apart. There's people demanding it be remade and everything, and that's what I'm just worried about. Because like we said, we put over a year's worth of work into this, and it's the culmination of 10 years of stuff leading into it. It'd be like if Avengers Endgame sucked. It just put a damper on the whole thing. So that's what I'm worried about, which I'm sure it'll be fine because you guys all liked it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I hope
Wonderful ending.
Yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it for sure.
So I'm hoping that that's a general consensus.
I feel like after watching it, it had. For me, it had all the. You went through the emotions throughout the hour long, So
Yeah, you felt it.
It pulls you to the conclusion later on in the video, and you feel like,
Chuckle.
this was a solid ending for everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that was it.
You said that people were unhappy. I'll just say people were not satisfied with the ending of Game of Thrones. The problem with that is there are over 7 billion people on this planet, and once something gets popular enough, it's impossible to serve every single person their own personal favorite ending.
Yeah.
I mean, you really got to think about what kind of work went into behind the scenes and all that.
I mean, there's a lot of work that people don't even see.
I think another thing people are considering for Game of Thrones was the fact that there was a whole year gap in between seasons, and that doesn't happen a lot with television,
right?
And so that was a whole year people had to build up their theories and everything, and then none of those theories happened, and people were pissed.
Yeah, they were just
disappointed
disappointed
because
what
you wanted.
Yeah, basically.
And like a couple of the characters, like they got their entire like character arcs just kind of like ignored. Which that was my favorite character in it. Her whole storyline pretty much got.
Who's your favorite character?
I can't say.
Why?
Because it's a spoiler.
How's that a spoiler?
Yeah, you can talk about spoilers. It's been gone. You can talk. People are talking about in-game spoilers at this point.
Well, in-game's been out for a month.
Yeah, so is Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones has been out for the ending. Yeah,
my favorite character is Dany, the Daenerys. Khaleesi.
Yeah, I heard that
they suddenly have her turn evil.
Yeah.
And like it was foreshadowed, but then like her character never really had anything to lead into it, and that bothered me. Because she was my favorite. I always thought she was really cool, and then like suddenly she was just like kill everybody, and she fucking killed everybody.
Politics, man.
Life's hard.
I mean, people get pissed off over the smallest amount of details anyway. They were mad because Emilia Clarke, the person who portrays Daenerys Targaryen, they were mad because she's not actually a blonde in real life. Like, what level? It is a wig, people. She's portraying a character. If you're gonna get mad about someone's hair color, get mad about your own hair color.
Yeah, it's kind of overdoing it.
Yeah.
And like, you also got to think the pressure on the writers and everyone else because it's such a long-running series and it's so beloved. Like, let's not fuck it up. But I mean, like, it's damn near impossible with everyone's pickiness.
Yeah,
and
it's impossible to please all crowds.
I'm honestly amazed that people haven't been nitpicking in game like more.
Yeah, more than they are.
Like I honestly expect because it's so popular. I thought people would be ripping it apart.
Well, I gotta watch what I say.
No, you're good. It's been spoiled several times by the time.
At my birthday cookout, and we just openly talked about the movie. And he was sitting there, and he just
snooze, lose.
I won't mention any names, but someone was like to initiate the conversation, they were like, "So has anyone here not seen Endgame that would be bothered by spoilers?" And I was like, "I haven't seen it," and they were like, "Do you care if we talk about it?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." And then I was like, "No, I'm just kidding. You can talk about it. I'll just hate you forever." And then I don't know. It's just like my sense of humor, I guess. It's just like a real stern face and it's like, go fuck yourself. But it's funny to me. Yeah. And then they were like, "Oh," and I was like, "No, dude, just go ahead. I don't really care. It's a movie. If you're gonna get all worked up over details, I understand people get mad about spoilers and they want the full experience of having seen something for the first time. But if you're on the internet anytime between like 3 days to a week and a half after anything major comes out, you're bound to see spoilers of some sort.
For sure, if you're that concerned about spoilers, and it's like, and you wait so long to see this, it's like, it's your own fault for getting that spoiled, because if you're that hell-bent on not finding out spoilers, go watch the movie early.
This movie, though...
But, I mean, that's...
This movie, it was unfortunate because they had early screenings, which for Infinity War, they didn't do that. They didn't have any. Everybody saw it at the same time.
We saw Infinity War the day before it came out.
I mean, like press screenings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this movie they didn't do that. They actually had press screenings. They had a premiere and everything, and people saw it different times. And give anybody access to something, they're gonna leak it. So we both got spoiled before we saw it.
The day of, whenever we went to see it, it got. The Hulk scene got spoiled for me.
Yeah. Apparently, so one of the moviegoers that actually went to see it early or something like that. Obviously, said there was no early seeing or viewings of it, but someone went to see it like the day of and walked out of the theater and spoiled Endgame. And apparently, they got the absolute.
I saw that. Yeah. I didn't watch the video, but I did see it.
I didn't see the video either. I mean,
I would do the same thing.
Yeah, that kind of like completely disregards what we were just saying about like if you don't want spoilers. But if you're at the theater,
you're there to see it.
It's different than when you're there like the day of to see the movie and someone walks up and so and so dies. It's like
you're being a dick.
Yeah, you're just being a piece of shit.
Waiting in line to see the movie, you're going to come out. Oh yeah, Iron Man dies.
Like, I haven't seen it yet. What is wrong with you? I already knew he died.
I was there the first day, and someone behind us just goes, "I heard Batman dies," and someone was like, "You fucking asshole!" And then we were like, "Wait a minute."
Wrong.
Batman.
Wrong universe.
Wrong universe.
Yeah, that was what I said about the whole Ryan Reynolds thing coming up with.
Hey, yeah. What? Is that me?
Yeah,
it is me. Check out my video, my music video, Blurry.
Throw that plug in
out now.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, it is blurry.
Yeah, it is kind of blurry. I can't see it very well.
It's right there.
Them effects. Them effects.
I like looking at the other monitors. Fine, we'll do it your way.
Yeah, let's just look at
I
this.
didn't mean to interrupt you. I got excited that I saw you up there, buddy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I forget what I was going to say now.
I'll tell you interrupt you.
Nah, you're good. Speaking of leaks, we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. Have you guys seen anything about the new Call of Duty coming out? Call of Duty 2019.
Me and Brian talked about it.
It is Infinity Ward producing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Infinity Ward.
It's what it said.
Okay, I thought you said Infinity
I thought you said
Ward.
Infinity War.
It
I
is
was like,
Avengers
yes!
Infinity War.
The game.
Producing it, yeah. Well, they are coming out with an Avengers game.
Yeah, Square Enix, yeah.
So it's essentially that. Well, we'll get into that here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But Call of Duty 2019 is literally named Modern Warfare. And apparently Price is in it again. I don't know how. I saw a screenshot today of it on the internet. It was just literally. It may have been from previous Call of Duty games, but it is literally just Price, like right here. You can. It's full on like
That's
mustache and everything.
You know where I learned that it was going to be Modern Warfare?
Where?
From the Illusive Studios podcast.
Oh yeah.
You learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
That means tune in. You're always
I
learning
don't
new
know
stuff.
anything about games. I don't keep up with them anymore.
Yeah,
I
that's
learn
true.
everything
Yeah, I
I
don't-
learn when I'm watching you guys.
Red Dead Redemption 2 Online finally came out of its beta thing. There's some new missions. I don't know if you want to jump back on there with the old Midnight Riders
It's been a minute
posse or anything.
since I've played Red Dead.
Yeah, I haven't played it
Like
since.
the first
Like you
week
said,
it
Red
was
Dead
out.
2, I was like, flashback.
The last time that I actually played Red Dead was whenever we had that big old rally with the whole crew of like it was me, you, Zach, Hugh, and
When it
Jake.
first
Right?
came out.
Yeah, it was right whenever Online came out.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It was just, it wasn't enough to justify paying for gold.
Yeah.
So
Well, there's
now it's got this update. I'll
Yeah.
get it back.
yeah. I mean, obviously I have to set up internet and everything, but it's a process. It is such an annoying process of getting internet and everything set up to where you want it to be. And I have to get a new TV now because mine just went up like 2 weeks ago. So that's awesome. More money down the drain. But you know what helps people gain money is
Speaking of money, how about we
if you guys
throw the tag in there? I don't remember all of it.
it is so there are several links in the description.
There's a free trial for Amazon Music Unlimited, and there's some guitar
Spotify.
cables too if you want to buy those. But really, if you don't want to spend any money, you can just help us out real free and like
help us out
free
real
trial.
free as an
I
American.
mean, it's real free, man. Like
Well,
real free stuff.
Tell your friends.
I mean, if you don't even spend a penny on it, I mean, I think it's free at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it takes literally maybe a minute to, we'll say 10 minutes max, depending on how slow your cellular device data happens to be. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what you can do in 10 minutes. You can create an entire life form in 10 minutes or less. But, so yeah, if you head down to the links in the description, once again, we're going to be mentioning this a lot because we need the funding, folks, and the only people that can help us out with that are the viewers themselves. If you're not watching, then you don't see this, but if you're watching and you want to support the channel, head down to the links below. You have the four different links for the GLS guitar cables, or the one Amazon Music Unlimited, or yeah, dude, I always get names mixed up. Amazon Music Unlimited 30-day free trial down in the description below. Head on down there, start your 30-day free trial, cancel it tomorrow, cancel it next week, cancel it before the 30 days are up, and you won't have to pay for it.
Hey, you know what happens when you support our channel, right? We get to bring. And then you get
That's a big old blanket statement.
Hey man, but and then let's see.
There's an attractive group of boys right here.
I'm just gonna reword that into
Also, understand.
Yeah, are we gonna get labeled here?
Well, that's what I'm about to take care of, hopefully. Anything we say or do on this podcast or any sort of other content is strictly for entertainment purposes. This does not necessarily mean that we are labeling people as, like, doing insert activity here specifically for money. People are out there that do that. Not everyone's like that.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
We say some dumb shit for other people's entertainment. So that's what's to take out of this.
Grain of salt, boys.
For sure, take everything with a grain of salt. It's the internet, folks.
And also, I'm sure in that description too. Also, a good way to help the podcast is to share the podcast.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
Share the page.
Definitely.
Follow the Instagram pages and the Facebook page. and everything else just to stay updated and share with as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Because we're all creators here, and it's helping all of us.
Yeah, if you got hot friends, tell them to check out the Facebook page and come and be on the show.
Hey, if you have ugly friends too, not just if they're hot.
Yeah, we like everybody.
Even ugly people can like us.
Hot. It's pretty warm in here. There's a lot of
warm.
lighting. Right
Yeah, I don't know
now.
what's up with that.
Would you like me to step out?
I'm not taking my shirt off.
I didn't ask you to.
No one wants to see.
So, Rocky,
What's up, man?
do you have any questions about Brett's upcoming video?
About Red's video?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do actually. What is a standout performance in the whole video for you? Like, who? Not your favorite, because there's no favorites, but it's like,
Who's your favorite?
who's a on the whole channel now? Who's a standout in the final video for you? We could all go around for that.
In the final video specifically?
But we don't want to.
man.
We don't want to make no special names here. Right.
Well, we can say names.
Well, no, it's not
Names are
just
one thing.
favorites. It's like just asking me who my favorite
It's not favorites.
music
but who's your
project is right now.
Yeah.
It's like who
Would you
we
say that
thought
would be?
stood
Would you
out.
say
I
that
don't
would be
think any of
dipped?
the I don't think any of the standouts would be any like spoiler people. Well, I do gotta say, I'm not just saying this because you're here, but I really, really like your scene a lot. I'm not gonna tell you what happens in it, but I really, really like your scene. It's one of my favorites.
You're my best friend.
I hate you.
Fuck you.
You won't do it.
You won't do it.
You won't fuck me.
Fuck you, this is barefoot.
Okay. You might have to use both of them.
There's someone else in it.
I'm in it. We're all in it, actually.
Yeah, we're all in it.
I forgot about that.
I really, really like Maddie Brewer's part in it a lot. I like her a lot in it. And then there's someone else that like I actually like. I'm blanking out on the video now. We just watched it.
Welcome to
That's
my
how it
world.
happens, man.
I've seen it like 1,000 times at this
On
point
camera.
because I've been editing it.
You're blanking. That's how it goes.
I was gonna say I'm blank even off camera, but you know
what was your
that can be taken
standout?
many different.
My
What's
standout?
up to you?
Honestly, Chris. Everything with Chris and Blake
Chris
was just
great.
brilliant.
Chris was amazing.
The one scene actually had me like actually laughing. On
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
Let's
that
say
was
that.
amazing.
For sure. I was dying. Chris and Blake together, yeah.
Well, Hunter, who would you say? Since we're just gonna head around the circle at this point, if you can remember that far back, like what, half an hour ago?
Well, I already know the answer to this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
It's Brett.
Brett.
Yeah.
That's the
'Cause
boy,
he-
that's the star. That is the Banana Master.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will say one thing. There's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes. Not to take away from you editing or you filming or directing. That's the word I was searching for while I was mumbling or jabbering there. Whatever the term is. Not to take away from your performance.
YouTubing.
Yeah, YouTubering.
YouTubing.
But are you tubing this weekend? You want to go down the river? But
Let's go tubing, boys. But hell yeah,
Hey,
brother.
We'll take live.
there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes, and I think Jonah did a really good job.
Yeah, I do gotta say, big old
Shout out.
Yeah,
to the
Hooded
For
Stranger.
sure. Hooded Stranger.
Yeah, subscribe to them too.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's got some pretty hilarious
Yeah.
content. He has some great videos.
Jonah Varga was a big fan of the Mr. Banana Master channel for a good while, and I didn't really know Jonah that well. He knew me. The first conversation I had with him,
Everyone knows you.
I was it's the first conversation I remember having. I'm sure I had one before, but I got bad memory.
Welcome to hell, boys.
I got a brain injury, asshole.
I have no excuse.
So, I was at a play and Jonah was there and he was talking to me and he was talking to me about the Choice video and he goes, he was like, I liked your Choice video. I was like, oh, thank you so much. And he was like, did you watch Blade Runner before you made it? And I was like,
Let me tell you.
And he was like, I could tell. And then so we started looking at his stuff, and he made a Last of Us parody called The Remainder of Us. Because we have an actress that's always been a part of us was Kira Redmond. She was in The Remainder of Us video, and so we checked it out because she was in it. And we were looking at special effects and everything. We're like, these are pretty damn cool. And we made Tales from the Revolution Lewis, and it was the first video that I had talked to him about doing special effects for me, and he did the gunfight sequence, and I think that's one of the coolest sequences I've been able to do.
Blown away, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was
That's the
awesome.
one where we end up back at the trailer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The shot of you guys running across the porch and the bullets
Yeah.
are flying. I think that's the coolest shot in Mr.
Yeah.
Banana Master.
The one where I threw you and actually hurt you.
I don't remember much about that.
Yeah, you hit your head on the side of Brett's thing
I
because
forgot about that. Yeah,
I threw
you had
him. and you hit your head on the side of the thing by accident, and you were conked.
Like it was like the
one of the support beams for his bar.
That was funny though, more than anything. I was just like, oh,
you were
man.
messed up though after that.
I'm always messed up.
I felt really bad.
Don't worry about it.
man.
But then I didn't care.
And then so we just we had a good thing going, and Jonah he was more than hyped to help with it, like because I felt bad. I was like, I can like pay if you want me to, like I was like I don't have any money, but like I felt bad. And he was like no, he was all excited. He was like, yeah, whatever you want. And,
being a fan of the channel already.
Yeah, he
welcome to do.
He was all excited. He said just as long as we said check out Hood Stranger, so check out Hood Stranger. Link in the description.
Sure.
Yeah, links on links.
Click on all the links.
Hashtag Zelda.
Yeah.
But when we were doing this final video,
That was so bad.
me and Jenna we were talking about, like, I was talking to him about the big sequence that I wanted in this video, and he was telling me what we could do and what we couldn't do, and so we figured everything out, and then he took the footage from me and
Posted it on his channel.
he just kind of disappeared into his hole for a couple weeks, and then every now and then I get a text and be like, hey, I'm gonna do this instead, and I'll be like, all right, and then he'd send me, he's like, how's this look? I'm like, looks amazing. He's like, all right, cool. And then he one day I just got a text and he's like, all right, it's all good for you. He's like, I left it on my porch, you can go pick it up sometime, because he's never at his house whenever I went there. And then like one day he's like, I left the swords on the porch for you. I'm just like, all right. So then I was like, I need to bring your swords back, and he was like, yeah, just drop them off on the porch. And I was like, all right. But his parents are always there, so I just roll up all these swords, and they're like, oh, hey, Brett. I'm like, hey,
I got some swords.
I got these swords. Like, Joe just said you're gonna stop by. I'm like, okay.
Bye.
But yeah, big ol' shout out to Jonah.
Yeah, definitely.
Helped out a lot.
Wrap everything back around. Who's your favorite standout?
Well, I just said Jonah behind the scenes.
Oh,
That
did
was-
you?
I mean, I guess that was behind the scenes. My favorite standout of the video, like on screen. Let me run through this whole thing again. I mean, obviously, I hate to be. Well, no, I can't even say myself. I do like back to the effects and everything. What Jonah did with I won't go into too much details, but the scene that we all know what I'm talking about with the effects that are just like
Outstanding.
it's just amazing. Probably, yeah. I'd have to tie it between. I mean, two people, obviously. Mine and Brett's just interactions in that video is absolutely hilarious.
Hashtag Kayla Dilemma.
Yeah, definitely. It was some flashbacks upon flashbacks.
I just love the sound effects for the noodle.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
what
for
gets
sure.
me.
It's amazing. Spot on.
you have all these like super realistic sound effects and like
Whose idea was it Huey that said that?
either Huey or Hunter. I think Hunter Ayers.
I think it was Huey. Huey just randomly was like, what if the noodle sound like a rubber ducky?
It may have been.
And I was like, that's an amazing idea.
enough, yeah.
It was great.
It was just, I don't think he was even talking to me. He was talking to someone else. And I overheard it. And I was like, I like it.
That is an intelligent man.
Yeah.
So, one thing that we did start, let's see, probably, what was it? I think it was last year. Yeah. Is the tag. The tradition of tag. That's coming back in
July.
July, yeah, in a month.
Yeah,
So-
I got it ready.
You have it ready?
Yeah.
Good.
I got my
Back
speech
around.
ready.
Who else still? Your speech? Wait, what's the speech? I never saw the movie, so I don't know anything about this other than we play tag for a month long, and whoever's it at the end of July is it for the rest of the year until the beginning of next year.
Yeah, Chris is it still.
Yeah,
Chris is still it.
yeah. Did you drop out?
I tapped out after
Some
personal and illegal
Yeah.
things happened, and I was like,
it's-
"That's breaking and entering is illegal."
it's only
But,
breaking and entering if the cops are called at that point.
Well, I mean,
Speaking of breaking and entering,
I was about ready to beat someone's ass.
do you remember
I really was.
a very long time ago when we were almost arrested one time? Do you remember this? And
Dakota Hedges
we were
car.
still in high school. Yeah, that was interesting.
That
I don't
was
even
a-
know if we were in high school yet. We weren't even doing anything. We were just
We were
sitting-
literally-
we were waiting for a ride. And
Well,
these-
no, we didn't get charged with it, but public urination.
Well,
Illusive Studios.
public urination.
We like to pee in public.
Listen,
Badass.
we had to pee. We were waiting on someone, and there were no bathrooms around.
It was whenever the bowling alley was really, really lit,
Yeah,
and we had left.
I mean,
there.
I'm sure the lights are still on there sometimes, but
Illusive Studios.
lit.
Master Loop.
Don't leave dead
so
silence.
segue.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't leave dead silence. We can't have that. But anyway, yeah, that was interesting. I don't want to go into too much details about that. I just brought since we don't really speak very much anymore, life has its ways of
Yeah, for sure.
apart.
Absolutely.
But it's
busy.
just like you talk about illegal things and breaking and entering, and it's like, I remember that time.
Yeah, I remember
the time when some bad things happened.
Well,
but-
see about the tag thing, it wasn't that serious. It's just I took it wrong at the time because he
I think it was all just like a bad situation. Like I think it was like I think you guys were in a bad mood and we just made it worse.
well, that and then like it's just everyone ran up at the house, wouldn't leave us alone, and then Chris literally busted the screen. There's me again.
Wow.
Check out the video.
Jazz
But,
hands.
Blurry.
My vision's always blurry.
He literally like destroyed my screen on my window. Like
Yeah, I only saw videos from Brett's Snapchat or whatever.
he broke in through my room window and just destroyed the screen. It would never go back on. And then at that point, like my cat went frantic whenever Chris was sneaking through our kitchen. So we were like, yeah, he's there. So we turned on the torch and I got the baseball bat and Brian was ready to torch him and I was ready to hit him in the face.
True. You're right.
Anyway, I don't know who else is still involved with it. I'll see whenever I get back on there.
Well, I mean, like I said, it wasn't serious and no one pressed no charges.
Yeah,
so I mean, it's
thing, but I mean,
okay with me.
Disclosing information about like specific names and specific events that are other than legal, especially for like reasons that I won't go into, that we all know about them, but we have to watch, especially what we
Bad
say.
decisions.
Good
Obey the
people
law.
make
Good people
mistakes,
obey the law.
or don't.
My favorite
don't care.
from that whole tag
No,
thing was Zach and Twig. Yeah, I was like, who
He
is
like
that?
jumped on the back of the truck or
Yeah,
whatever.
my favorite was Zach was like in the truck ready to roll, and Twig was it, and Twig got me, and I went running, and Twig got in the truck, and they locked their doors, and Zach started to leave, and I ran and jumped in the back of his truck and went through the window and smacked Twig in the head, and then I ran back in the house and locked the door, and they left. But that was my favorite of the tag, and then I tagged Zach because I couldn't tag Twig back, and then I think Zach went to Dairy Queen, and remember Chris walked out, tagged us. Zach just walked up behind him and smacked him.
I remember that the same night that you did the whole truck incident. And we'll just call it an incident because
I think it was the
can't
first
think of the word.
night.
Was that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Well-
Because we finished doing something and we were just like,
Yeah.
Because then I went and disappeared, and I went over to hid beside Huey's car, and I was like laying there in the grass, and I sent a video that I had recorded earlier. But I had recorded it in the house. You guys all thought I was inside. And Huey was like, I'm leaving. And Huey walked to his car, and I jumped out the grass. He's like, whoa! And I smacked his ass.
I remember you said something about Zach, and it's a phrase that I will not repeat because of certain derogatory words that were used in it. But it had something to do with his feet, and I'll leave it with that. I was literally, I don't know where you thought I was, but I think Jake showed up that night, right? He showed up a little bit late, and we had our little bonding experience, as we always do every time we see each other. And I don't know what Jake was doing at this time, but I walked down beside the bushes outside of your trailer, and I was literally just sitting there, and then you yelled that, and Zach was like, he just took off running, and I was like, did they see me? Did they not see me? I watched the entire experience just take place, and I was like, how do they not see me right now? That was the funniest thing to me, because I was just literally sitting there. All you would have had, I'm pretty sure at one point you just walked right past me.
I'm sure I did.
And I was crouched beside the
dark.
bush. That's true.
My favorite, actually, I lied, was we were having a party one night, and it was all of us there. We were just being wild, and Jacob just rolls into the house, runs through the house,
Yeah, I
and
remember
smacks somebody, and just leaves.
I remember
and we were
That
like,
was nuts.
That was
we're like,
hilarious.
what the hell?
I wasn't there for that, but I
Because
saw
someone
the
else
videos.
yelled, "Hey, Jake's here!" And he was like, "Rah!" And he was jumped across the bed, and I think he got Chris, because Chris was like,
Yeah.
because we were all in our room chilling, because Derek was visiting, and we were all sitting in my room.
I don't know if I was there for that or not. I don't think I was, because I ended up getting a Snapchat video from Jake about
Yeah, I
that.
saw the
Yeah.
videos. I wasn't
Yeah.
there for that.
Yeah, because he came charging in
He just
there.
like rolls up, pops out the door, and
And he
just
left.
charges straight over.
Because someone was out there singing in their car, and Jake was like, "Hey, man." And Jake sat there and talked to him for like half an hour.
Now, if I submit myself back into tag, I can fully run away from you in Walmart.
I don't know if you could do that and potentially not get in trouble.
I don't care. I'm committed.
Do you want to keep your job?
No.
Have you seen Tag? They did.
I don't.
I haven't seen Tag.
Oh, it's on Amazon. It's on HBO.
I don't have HBO.
No.
I don't have
That
any
is
of
the
these
spirit of
things.
Tag. There
But
is
you know what?
no limits to
HBO has a 2-week free trial, which is what I'm using. You know what else has a free trial? Is
Amazon Music Unlimited, 30-day free trial, link in the description. Sign up, support the channel, and cancel your free trial before 30 days, and you will not be charged a dime.
Speaking of dimes, tell your hot friends.
So, hell, I just put myself on the spot here. I had nothing to say after
All right, I found an article.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, you guys were talking about Slipknot and Corey Taylor in the second to last podcast, or the last one.
Right.
I saw an article either this morning or last night. He either, I think he sprained his left testicle.
Yeah, no,
while
he
singing.
said that it said. I saw that article. It said that he blew out his left. testicle.
Yeah, he blew out his left testicle while singing.
That's
That man.
I understand that because there's a lot of pressure, especially with
sure.
the proper projection. There, I'll go into the whole Melissa Cross thing. She describes it as the dump for guys, which is the pressure that you feel through the diaphragm pushing down and out, exerting a force which feels like you're taking a dump.
Yeah.
I can completely understand how that force just going hard on stage just blasts straight into the left testy, and he's done with it.
Imagine how bad that sucks, especially like such high energy with Slipknot and stuff. It's like, and he has to keep going.
You know,
Blowing out a testicle, I couldn't continue.
I'm just gonna go ahead and share a personal experience.
You blew your testicle?
Not entirely, but one time I did have an experience where specifically the left testicle sucked itself back up in. And let me tell you, boys, that is a pain that I never want anyone to have to experience.
I would probably freak out.
I did.
Yeah, I wouldn't know
I
what
was
to
like,
do.
oh, what the fuck? And I just like pushed down.
Why is one testicle inside of me?
Right, that's what it was. I was like, this is not good. Do something.
What's going on?
I pushed down, and obviously it came back out, luckily, but oh my gosh, for the amount, like, it was probably a solid 30 seconds or something, right? It's cringy to even
Yeah, I
think
can
about.
feel it, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
did
really
feel
hard
it,
to
and it
push it
sucked.
Yeah.
It was, oh man, I don't even know how to describe it.
Process.
Just a whole lot of pressure.
Turd popping nut.
There's just so much pressure where pressure should never be, and pain that should never occur at all.
Right.
But I guess that's part of life.
Yeah.
But Corey, in a sense, I feel your pain, man. It's
Keep
not
going
fun.
hard and doing what you're
Definitely
doing.
keep. Maybe next time it'll be the right one. Then after that, you won't have to worry about it.
Sacrifice your testicles.
Sacrifice your sack.
Be alright. It'll be alright. Just keep making dope music.
Hunter, is that you?
That is Hunter. I filmed that for Hunter.
He is Internal War.
Indeed.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Another dope
You
track.
will see that in the
Hopefully, the new music video will be coming.
Yeah, you haven't really said much about that. I don't want to go into too many details because I know
I don't have a specific release date, but
I don't think
yeah.
anyone does at this point right now.
No, I mean currently
Yeah, it's
nothing's
rough.
scheduled.
We do
release.
have specific release dates for the podcast. Wednesdays and Saturdays
For the
at 10 p.m.
podcasts, yeah.
Check them out.
Speaking of that, currently we're doing Wednesdays and Saturdays.
True. Yeah.
But now that we've moved to a new set and potentially we can make longer videos.
So I don't mean to interrupt you guys, but well, I don't know why I said you guys, but Hunter, I don't mean to interrupt you. I have a question for both of you right here, right now, since we're all here.
Let's.
How would you feel about being regulars? We will set up a schedule instead of 2 days a week, 1 day a week, twice as long, and we just have us two. Keep your shirt on.
Oh,
Us two.
I was
We'll have the usual Hunter and myself, as well as
system about twice
Brett
as long.
and Rocky. Do you guys want to come on here once a week with us? And
I'm very interested in that.
Yeah,
This is
fun.
a good time, man.
well, there we go. So
Free alcohol and able to not wear my
free
shoes.
alcohol is only free for a while
Oh,
because
shit.
we're limited on funding.
However,
Well, I mean, there's nothing. It's like just bullshitting.
This is, I mean, obviously these are only like $9 for a 6-pack. But
you know who
with-
doesn't have $9? Illusive Studios. Unless we have the help of you customers. You're
not customers yet.
Your customers
The
when you buy this
viewers.
stuff.
They could be customers. They potentially will be customers whenever we get the merch store up and running. Which that's the project that I need to work on myself with the whole the release of a Hell Yeah Brother T-shirt.
Hell yeah.
I'll sport that.
Definitely, I would wear the hell out of that if it's the design. If the design comes through with what I have in mind, which when does it ever? But hopefully we can think of something good to put out there with a Hell Yeah Brother t-shirt or some sort of merch. You know, we might end up having Illusive Studios cups with just the logo on them. Yeah, just the whole 9 yard. Illusive Studios, everything.
It's like I really want one of them.
So when we have the merch store set up, we will definitely make an announcement about that. I'm sure. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be immediately. It's gonna take some time.
It'll be a while.
Make a heck yeah onesie for the babies.
Heck yeah! Heck yeah!
Heck yeah!
Heck yeah, mother!
Heck
yeah! There we go.
Get that for AJ. Get that. Heck yeah, mother.
Does AJ, is he even in onesies anymore?
You're right.
I mean, I guess
he's full blown walking.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He's getting up there. He's a old man now.
Blows my mind.
He's a full grown man now.
Well, I don't know about that.
He bought a big.
Is he walking?
He's walking.
Is he peeing?
As far as I know, I haven't watched him pee.
You're a loser, studios. We don't watch each other pee. We pee in public.
We were like, what, 16, 17 when that happened? That was years ago.
A long time
And
ago.
we paid our price for that. I got a ticket. I don't know if you ever did. It was a $60 ticket.
There was a whole controversy over that, remember?
Yeah.
Your mom was so mad at my mom because I didn't get a ticket.
She wasn't mad at your mom. She was mad at the cop for only giving me a ticket because your mom was, at the time, my guardian just as much as she was yours. And there was a misunderstanding where, like, why is my kid getting a ticket when hers didn't? Because what she wanted was neither one of us to have to get a ticket. But, you know, the law being the law, it's like, well, he's got a punishment. We'll make it fair. Fuck you, kid. You get one too.
That never made any sense to me.
I don't
The
understand.
law doesn't make any sense to me.
Nope.
But here we are. We just live it. And
We don't live
pray
the
to God
law,
we don't
we
get
just
shot day by day.
Basically.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like DX with all these shameless plugs.
Shameless plugs. I mean, like the whole like, and if you want that type of shit,
just like that.
well, fuck it.
Speaking of which, if you want to help out the Illusive
keep it
Studios,
going.
make sure you check out the links in the description. Give them all a click.
It's not a bad
Actually,
thing.
one of them, yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
thing. It's a good thing. We love things.
I didn't mean that's a
We
bad
love
thing.
things, but we can't afford things without your help. So
Yeah, so
make
if you
sure
wanna
you
help
help
support
us.
things,
Yeah, if you
them-
want to see us acting like idiots on camera once a week, or potentially more than that, you gotta
love
help
this?
us out. Do you love us? We love
Do you
us.
love us?
And we love you.
Well,
You
So
want me
give
to
us
take this
money.
off?
no,
Because I want to listen to you love me.
it is so warm. I'm about to take this over.
Take your vote in the comment section. Do we put in a strip pole for Brett?
You know what rhymes with Brett?
Money.
Yeah.
Money.
Net worth.
What?
Net.
Yeah, but Worth.
Brett
What's
Net.
your name? Brett Worth?
Mrs. Butter Bratworth. Buttered bread.
Bratwurst.
Bratwurst. Yeah,
Bratwurst.
exactly.
You're a sausage.
We want to tie back into the video games. You got anything else to say?
Yeah, well, so apparently, what was it? So we have Modern Warfare coming out this year, and I think potentially Black Ops 5 coming out next year, is what I heard.
Do you know anything about these?
They really need to stop
The
doing
Avengers, all I
sequels,
know
man.
is,
Because that's what I want to know about.
Um,
I didn't read about it.
I know,
There's not too much
I didn't
details
read
on it
too
right
much
now.
about it. They said that, what was it supposed to be? It's supposed to be similar to another game, but there's character customization. Oh, they said it's like Destiny, according to this headline anyway. It's like Destiny, but for superheroes. So what I'm assuming out of that is like the grind, DLC, character customization, which they did say that there's character customization, which I think that'll be really cool, especially if it's like what was it, DC Universe or not, whatever the online like thing for DC was, where you could create your own superhero. If it's something like that, I think that'll be really cool, even if it is class based the way Destiny was. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I haven't really read too much into it.
They had an Avengers game a long time ago that never got released, and it was the first person. And you could play as I think the characters were Cap, Iron Man, and I think Hulk might have been one.
For real?
But yeah,
Dude, could you imagine a Hulk smash in first
They
be
person? They
crazy.
released a little bit of footage from it, and then it just never got made. I think it
Yeah.
got canceled or something. But it was a first-person shooter. It was an Avengers game, and
I
like,
would have played the shit.
oh, I was so excited for it.
Yeah.
It came out. It was back whenever like Ultimate Alliance was a thing.
Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
brought that back, didn't they?
I think they did.
I'm pretty sure.
That was the first Xbox game I ever played.
Ultimate Alliance.
I think it came with my Xbox
The
360.
first Xbox
It was
game
awesome.
I ever played was like classic,
Jesus.
like classic Xbox, the original Xbox. I'm pretty sure it was one of the Ghost Recons. I think it was Ghost Recon 2. But it was to the point where whoever played this, because I was at my babysitter's house, whatever. At this point, I was super young, maybe 5 or 6 years old. Whoever played it previously had gotten to a point in the game. I had no idea what the hell was going on. I was just like, this looks cool, man. I want to play it. So I went out there and it was like super hard, and all I remember was the fact that you could command a squad of ghosts being your team, as well as there were allied forces that were completely AI that would move in and assist you. It was just full on complete immersion at the age of 6, and I may have developed an addiction to video games right then and there. If not before. I mean, you know, you had the whole... I never really... With the N64, kicking it back even further, a lot of people were like, yeah, Mario Kart, this. I never had Mario Kart. You know what I did have? I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this. Diddy Kong Racing. Anybody play that? It's like
shallow memories.
It was
very shallow memories.
It's obviously Diddy Kong's like smaller version of Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have seen him somewhere.
Yeah.
But it was basically Mario Kart, but with a monkey. And
Yeah.
there was like islands and different races you could go into. There were 3 vehicle types. There was the water like hovercraft type thing, the cart, and there were airplanes and different types of races where you would just use all 3 of those.
OG.
I played the absolute hell out of that game when I was younger.
No
It
doubt.
was the best thing ever.
I can tell you I had Super Mario World, is that what it's called?
Super Mario World 64.
Something like that.
Yeah, I played the shit
some
out of that.
newspaper game where you freaking threw newspapers off a bike.
Newspaper
And
simulator?
you'd like, if you threw it at the right time, you could even slap people in the face with
Oh
it.
man, that'd be great.
There was all kinds of weird things to do with it. And then I had Mario Paint. It was pretty cool.
I think I've seen that.
My favorite
I never
mini
played it.
game on there was
It was just like a plumber painting.
it was like
someone's fence.
literally a fly swatter, and you just swatted them.
Oh,
with the
yeah,
bugs.
I've
And
seen
it come
that.
with a little mouse.
Yeah.
In N64. So you used like a mouse on it.
That's crazy.
And then a Scooby-Doo game.
Dude, I played the shit out of
It was
some
hard.
Scooby-Doo games on the GameCube.
Yeah, I never had a GameCube, but I did play the shit out of the GameCube.
Yeah, I
For
can't
sure.
do. I mean, I never did the 64. As far back as I went is like the PlayStation 1 / GameCube.
Yeah.
I guess, and then it incorporates like Spyro.
Dude, Spyro Reignited. Have you played that yet?
No,
It
I have
is
not played
so
it. No.
fun. It's so fun.
I really want to.
Such nostalgia. You can get that and the Crash Bandicoot
Yeah.
combo. I think it's like $30 on Amazon. Speaking of Amazon, there's a 30-day free trial for Amazon Music Unlimited in the description. Make sure you click on that to support the channel. We do get a small amount of revenue from that, and so long as you cancel your subscription before 30 days, you will not be charged a dime.
Or keep it.
For any
Or
new
keep it.
viewers.
You might like it.
You might.
Yeah, don't even worry about canceling it. Just forget about canceling it. Keep it.
You like music?
Only keep it if you can
You
afford
like
to
jazz?
keep it.
Well, yeah, if you don't have the money for it, obviously don't keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make your parents pay for it.
But if you enjoy it, yeah, take their credit card.
Don't do that.
Hashtag
I
make
can't-
your parents pay for it.
We can't
Yeah.
stop this.
Right?
Oh man.
There was a game on PlayStation 2. I can't remember what it's called. I think it was like A Dog's Life or something. And you played as a dog. And it was a really cool game because it was like you could like just fucking shit if you wanted to. like,
You just feel like going outside poop.
Quality game features.
like
You could just shit if you wanted to. You were
I swear to God, you could just poop. And
It's like The Sims.
yeah,
You
and
can
like
poop on command.
yeah, you could use the bathroom.
No, not on The Sims.
Sure, you could.
Nah, you
On
wouldn't
the
poop.
first one, you could.
You wouldn't poop every time.
On the first one, you could.
You could. No, you had. You poop in all of them. But what you do, you have to let the meter, the bathroom,
The first one,
the bathroom.
the first one, the first one they did nothing but poop. Because the second one they started peeing, and we were like, "Wow, this is innovation."
It's true, but it was.
Wow, you can poop in this game?
Dude, it's a game about life. I mean,
Holy
if you can't
shit.
poop, what are you doing?
But the
I mean,
the
yeah,
dog,
if you're not pooping, what are you thinking?
the dog game, it was like you were like a beagle or something, and there was this crazy woman who was kidnapping dogs, and she was like killing them and putting them in dog food. So you had to find her and stop her, and you're this beagle, and like
It's really dark.
it was a dark.
Is this the plot to that movie? I think it was Bolt or whatever.
no.
Oh, geez.
And but it was cool because there was like each of the different maps had like a different dog you could play as. So like there was one that
Different
was
size poops.
yeah, that's true. Like the Saint Bernards had giant ones. And,
Just kept
Big
going.
dog, big poop.
yeah, it was an awesome game. It was just I remember because at the end, yeah, I remember you pushed the woman into the thing and she got chopped up
I think
into it.
I've seen something.
Yeah,
Like that. I never really played it, but I
Me
think
and
I've
my brother
seen
played it all the time. It was the coolest game. Like because the very first mission of it is you're out there walking and your owner comes up and he's this kid and he's like, "Come on, boy, go run around," and then you have to run, and that's the first mission. You just run around as a dog, and it was awesome.
Do you get any rewards for that? You get a treat?
Yeah.
Damn.
it. Do you poop after you get a treat?
You can.
That's better than achievements.
Yeah,
You get a treat and then you shit.
It was a great game. I
Have
wish I
you
could remember the
seen
name.
that new it's like a game where you play as a monkey?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
it's
I really
Ubisoft's
wanna
new
play
game.
that, to be
It's,
honest.
what is it called? Fuck, what is it called? It's something to do with like going through evolution.
Yeah. All I can say is, if you can't poop in that game, everybody
Don't
thumbs
even
it down.
buy it.
Everybody thumbs it down.
If you can't
Take
poop-
all of your money and go to Amazon.com and
I gotta find that now because
They say it's Assassin's Creed with monkeys.
yeah, basically.
That's literally what they say. Yeah.
And
if you
someone
can't shit in
look
your
that
head-
up. It's supposed to be something to do with evolution. I know that.
If you can't physically shit in your hand and throw it at somebody, I don't want it.
Hey, that would actually be really fun.
I don't want it.
Is it like Spider Monkey Simulator or whatever? You just like
My phone's
shit,
on
throw it.
6%, so we're getting there.
Mine's at 2%. Like I said, I should have brought that 10-foot charger that I have. It's
Assassin's
what
Creed
is that
monkeys.
called? Assassin's Creed monkeys.
Ancestors.
Yeah,
Ancestors, Assassin's Creed monkeys. That's it. There you go.
it does look really cool though. Because there's like a whole fear feature in that to where like you can, if you don't know about something, you're automatically scared of it.
If you're scared enough, you shit yourself.
I don't know that that's the case.
We hope so.
Ubisoft, come on now. We want poop.
Leave us a
Not the
comment.
usual poop of like unfinished games and glitches. We want the poop.
The real poop.
The real poop.
Leave us a comment and tell us how much you poop.
Dog's Life is an action-adventure video game developed by Frontier Developments exclusively for PlayStation 2.
Frontier.
Came out in 2003.
So since Frontier Developments developed that game, they have since developed internet that is absolutely garbage.
Awful.
You could either
Some might call it shitinnet.
you could either go to eBay and buy this game for $12.99, or you could go to Amazon.com/.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if there's a specific slash. You should definitely not go to Amazon.com/anything. But
Click on the link.
you should go down to the description below. Click the link for the Amazon Music Unlimited. Sign up for your 30-day free trial. And if you don't like it, if you don't feel like paying for that subscription fee, make sure you cancel before the 30 days are up.
And then while you're at Amazon.com, you can buy Dog's Life video.
I'm sure you probably can.
If you like games
do
to
not-
poop, I mean, if you like to poop in video
Yeah,
games,
right.
You like
So-
to open video games?
Do not type anything into the URL.
Yeah, don't
Click
do
the
that.
link.
The URL being
For sure.
the
See all those
what did I
links
say?
in
That?
the-
Universal reference locator, something like that.
Something.
Resource locator. That's it.
See how fucking ugly the dog is?
That's my dad.
Can we pull up a picture of the cover of this game to show everybody?
I don't know.
Dog's Life.
never seen that.
Never played that? That was
That,
my favorite game when I was a kid.
I bet that game cost a lot too when it came out. Like brand new
Dude, look at
release.
this.
It was
Like,
probably like $20.
you just did stuff for people and they gave you treats and you could just go take a shit
the,
somewhere.
amazing.
the beautiful thing about, I mean, those graphics don't really not hold up. That's decent, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. It was a good game.
The
I'll
beautiful
play it.
thing about games back then, I didn't mean to cut you off, Rocky. Sorry about that. But it was brand new game. What you're paying $30-$40 max for it. I mean, obviously, we've come to a point in technology history or whatever where it does cost more to create these higher level, more badass games.
For sure.
But $60 to $150 for a video game that you're gonna play for like a week and a half, maybe.
You get tired.
It's not even finished a lot of times without the additional $30 or $40 season pass or the 3 DLC packs that are $20 each. I mean, come on.
I think
devs.
we're needing to sacrifice on something because the time frame of how long it takes to make that game is way too long. Like, it's either that or I guess game developers getting paid too much.
Well,
it's one of the two.
There's a lot of game developers that are underpaid and overworked too. That was the
Right.
case with who was the developer of Mortal Kombat 11.
I mean, you gotta shorten your development time, or
You don't want to shorten it too much because then you get into the case of EA where you're releasing the same exact
Right,
game every
right,
year,
right.
which is minor bug
But see,
fixes.
that still takes them a year to make that. I mean, if you got 50
Does
people,
it?
if you got 50 people, I mean, that's let alone. Like, there'd be a company with 500 workers in there, and you can't make a game within a year. I mean,
Who was it? Oh yeah, it's true. I mean, you have Ubisoft created Ghost Recon Wildlands that came out back in I want to say 2017 or so. That was at the time it was a development team of I want to say it was like 30 to 50 people at the time. I don't know if you guys have played it. I played the absolute fuck out of Wildlands. It is, other than a few minor bugs which some people are going to complain about.
Wild.
It is the last Ghost Recon game before you're down in Bolivia, basically hunting the cartels.
I can't say I've played any Ghost Recon game, dude.
I have played so many Ghost Recon games. I am basically Ghost Recon himself.
I am him. I just feel like whenever it comes to
You
like,
think I'm kidding?
there it is.
This is the Punisher skull, but whatever.
Yeah. I just feel like whenever it comes to like incomplete games, it's just like they focus on one thing too much.
Yeah.
It's like movies. It's just like you focus on one thing far too much, and then you just leave out the things that are necessary. Mm-hmm. It's like that happened with like Unity, in a sense.
Yeah.
Because like that game's so
They
broken. The graphics are amazing, and
The parkour in that game is absolutely
yeah, for
amazing
sure.
too. It's
All
so
the
good.
Essentials of that, and like the story was great, and everything with that. But it's just like the game itself is just so broken.
Yeah.
It's just like they just wanted
So
to
many
get it out.
glitches. That was the problem. That's actually part of the reason why they took that 1 year break in between releasing Assassin's Creed games.
I just want to point this out. I just did some math, and don't get me wrong, I'm not good at math.
Yeah.
I really
large
hate
number.
math, and you'd ask my math teachers I went to school with. Nah, Lord.
You went to school with your math teacher?
Yeah. I mean, I had to go in the same building as them every day. You know?
Sat right next to him.
So if you had 350 people working on a video game,
Yeah.
and they work 8 hours, and you're paying them what, $20 an hour,
Yeah, right.
which isn't even that much compared to what they probably should be
I did
making.
research, like, this has been years ago, but they
Yeah.
said that the base income for a video game developer starting out was $32 an hour.
Okay, well, even at $20 an hour, that's $56,000 a day.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So in a year's time, you can see why a video game would cost $60 at least.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like I said, if you can just shorten that development, or why do you need so many people? You know, like make it, because there's indie developers that make games that people play more than these huge, massive online games. So, do we really need the huge, massive online games?
Speaking of indie developers that are developing games, you have one in the process of being
totally.
remastered
Totally.
called The Caterer. It's a VR game where go ahead and talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, take it, dude.
All right. So originally, I released it about 2 years ago on the Gear VR, which, if you don't know what that is, your mobile phone snaps right into it. It was like one of the early mobile VR headsets, because there's not a lot of those out, but now they've made several, like the Oculus Quest, and was that the newest one? I don't remember.
Honestly, I have no idea.
But anyways,
The last Oculus I heard about was the Rift, which was like the very first one.
yeah, they've made several. But anyways, now that I've looked at it again and again, you know, I felt like, you know, I really need to update it to like meet my standards these days, you know. Because, like, it just wasn't...
I'm not going to lie, not to sound like a dick.
No.
It was a bit on the cringy side, but it was, like, the very first experience that you had with that. With working on it.
And, the main problem about it was I could have made it better than it was, like, graphic-wise. It was really just how bad the graphics was. But
Yeah.
because you're running on your phone. Like, and 2 years ago, phones were even slower than they are now. Now they're actually, you know, pretty fast.
Yeah, well, this phone's about 2 years old. It's a piece of shit.
Yeah, and then you're running in VR, so you're running two
Right.
games at one time at 90 FPS. So it takes a lot of
I
power
don't
to
even
do
know if
that.
this phone would support that, to be honest with you.
They probably would.
It's just like over time, just things get better and better.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
more
like the
expensive,
music.
sadly.
So anyways, I managed to pretty much, I'm narrowing it down, about to finish up my remastered update. The game's completely new at this point. I mean, I could call it a Caterer 2 if I wanted to, but I'm not going to, because I just feel like the people that bought it already, they should receive that update for free.
Yeah, I mean, you did promise
Yeah.
updates later in the year,
exactly.
too. So, I mean, if you were doing... At that point, it would just be, like, following the same thing that other developers... Like, the whole... No offense if you're a fan of Bungie. I know we all played the Halo games. We all grew up with that type of stuff. But when they released Destiny, we were promised a 10-year-long game service with several DLCs and updates frequently. They released, I think, somewhere between 1 to 3 DLCs for the original Destiny game, Destiny 1. And instead of keeping that process going for the 10 years long, guess what? We got Destiny 2 instead of fixing Destiny 1.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you don't want to be like that. We're trying to make changes here. We're trying to be a better company and community as a whole.
See, it's just laziness. It comes to that. It's just
It
like,
comes
hey,
to,
this
like-
game's broke. Let's just release the second one.
Instead of, like, doing what you should do, which is, like, fix your problems and everything, it was just greed, and we want more money out of this, so...
For sure.
We're not trying to be like that, but we do need money, so...
So to keep those free updates coming, make sure you click these links in the description.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
And I just want to take a second also to say, check out BCB and all of his music.
Yeah.
It's fire. Completely fire, and you won't regret it. It's rocking. Well, it's not rocking now. That's something else.
Someone else's.
It's currently not playing, but it has been.
It was playing. It was just playing.
It's the one with the trippy vibes in the background there.
Racing with the
down.
Reaper and everything else BCB has out. Watch out for that.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So you have more communication with BCB than anyone else here, I would imagine.
I live with the man.
Right, exactly. I haven't really spoken to him haven't spoken to him in a while. Do you know anything? Because Young Cobain, dude, that was the most bumping song that I've listened to in a while. And I'm not a massive fan of rap. I'll listen to whatever has a good sound to it. Do you know what his plans are for that? Or can you even disclose any information about what his plans are for specifically
Just
that
Young
track?
Cobain?
Yeah, I mean, because we tried to promote it in a previous podcast, and we were gonna be like, yeah, go here to the link in the channel or whatever, youtube.com/Illusive Studios to find it. It is not posted on the YouTube channel, so apparently he was gonna either wait for the EP or something else. I'm not really sure. I haven't talked to him in a while.
To be honest, I don't know if I want to talk about it a whole lot because I don't want to take words out of his mouth.
Right.
But it's like, I don't know if he's going to put Young Cobain on the EP or if that's just going to be a rarity. I'm not too sure because he's got some really fire stuff coming, and then the stuff that he already has is just bumping.
Right.
And you think Young Cobain is bumping? It's like you haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard much about it at all. I mean, I listened to Racing with the Reaper and everything, but just whenever I was sent the link to Young Cobain, it's such a catchy tune and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
And just that the very first verse where he's just fucking spitting and spitting and
all
spitting.
of Brian's music is like that, to be honest. It's just like because it's his favorite genre.
Right.
That's what he listens to, so he just studies it. And he's just on top of his craft. Like, truly, he's one of the best songwriters here. And I'm not just kissing your ass, Brian, you know it. I hate you. But this is one of those things. It's like, he just...
I mean, as far as an artist goes, you should always be improving on your own work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Each new thing should be, in turn, better than the last thing you released, anyway.
Yeah, Young Cobain's not my favorite track of his, but I will not deny that it is 100% a solid track.
It's pretty crazy.
He has one track right now that we have a music video recorded for that needs to be put together. And I think that track is the main track of the EP. That track just excels. And honestly, that, in my personal opinion...
You want to cut that the fuck out?
No, I'm trying to talk about something that's not here.
I'm sorry.
It's,
but in all seriousness, bless you.
Yeah,
Sweet soul.
bless
you won't fuck me.
You're not my friend.
You're not my dad.
But I feel like that's going to be the song that either puts him in the spotlight or can bring a lot of attention to us. Because it's just like, it's just enjoyable to listen to, regardless if you like rap or not.
Right. And that's the main thing. I mean, it doesn't matter what the genre is. It doesn't matter
as long as it's good music.
What labels are or anything. As long as you're enjoying the sounds coming out.
Absolutely, for sure. It is like we got multiple things going on. Metal, rap,
Metal. That's...
ambient.
Metal's gonna have to take a trip
Pop.
to New York, boys. I can tell you that. Metal ain't getting anywhere without some... Well, I mean, obviously there's different
And
styles
we
of
got
metal.
rock.
For sure.
It's like we got Micah.
But yeah, Micah's
music is
amazing. Dude, the first time he showed me that song, he sent me the link to his track that he was working on in the studio. The harmonizing that he did vocally with that alongside of the guitar sound and everything, it literally gave me chills the first time I heard it. It was
he knows what he's doing.
crazy. Oh yeah.
Like for sure, he's a great songwriter.
For sure.
There's been multiple 3 to 4 bands now. Me and him's been in together, write music together, and just jam together. And it's just no one knows how to write music like Micah does.
Right. I mean, everyone brings their own personal style to it. That's really like the greatest thing about music. You know, you might not like this thing from this person, but there's always plenty of other content out there to listen to.
And it's just like, especially the area we're in.
Right. Yeah,
It's
it's,
just like-
so limited around here.
The diversity we have, it's like we have trap, we have gangster, we have horrorcore rap, we have metal, we have pop, and or your specific
We have
genre,
50s,
whatever it may
we have
be.
60s.
Whatever I'm making.
Whatever it is,
you consider
we
your
make.
style.
We make whatever is made.
All right, hell yeah, brother.
There's the next quote. We make whatever is made.
We make shit happen.
Content.
I can tell you that. We make shit happen.
We did it.
One way or the other, it comes.
Hell do.
We did it. We get it done.
What genre is it?
We get it done.
We get it done.
It's elusive.
It's elusive.
It's an elusive genre.
It really is.
some serious
But
shit.
see, the crazy thing about elusive and elusive, two different things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
two very-
Sound almost exactly the same. There's a term for that I don't
It's almost like
remember.
up
Ill.
underneath it.
Not L.
I always get those
Ill.
confused.
Yeah. I hate it. I try to. I avoid using them. I'll be when I'm texting. I'll be like, that doesn't affect me, and I'll be like, wait a minute. I'll be like,
how do I spell that?
fuck, and then I'll be like, that doesn't bother me.
Yeah. For sure. It's just, I don't know, man. So many different words sound exactly the same, but are used completely different.
How many times has Blurry played now?
At least once.
How far are we?
We are at an hour and 25 minutes.
Oh
My
my
God,
God.
boys, that's about the time that our usual podcast would
That's
be.
usually we
Illusive.
cut about that time.
But see, the good thing about having more people in, twice the
there's more
people,
stuff to talk
twice the stories, exactly.
Hey, we haven't even done Redneck Roots yet.
We haven't.
Redneck roots.
Where are we at, boys? Come on.
Where are we?
Me and Cody got a redneck story in yesterday. Why don't we hear your all's redneck
Yeah,
story?
you have your redneck stories down right off. I mean, obviously,
If beer was involved, we want to hear about it.
basically.
Tell yours.
What? Which one were we talking about?
We were talking about, dude, the 4-wheeler in my old house.
I will take that. I got a 4-wheeler for Christmas, birthday, whatever you want to
It
call
was
it.
years ago.
Years ago when we were both living in Dorcas.
Yeah.
Gotta do the redneck voice right do it.
And we pretty much didn't know how to drive the fucking thing.
Well, I've been riding 4-wheelers specifically off and on my entire life, not to
Same.
take from your story, but it I'm not gonna lie, it had been years since I had been on a
Use a
4-wheeler.
redneck voice.
Boy, I am a redneck voice. What the hell are you talking about?
It just comes and goes.
Now, y'all can't talk redneck. I mean, I'm
Dude,
really
what?
not redneck.
We all got it.
Listen,
We got
well,
it.
just because my ears have holes in them don't mean I ain't no goddamn redneck.
Man, my God, I'll tell you.
Backwoods stick bullshit.
Backwoods.
We got it.
How you think I got these holes in my ears?
Crap.
We fucking put sticks through them. That's how we got holes in there.
That is.
She's telling a campfire
fucked up.
story.
You telling me you just used a regular stud?
Hey.
It wasn't sharp. It was just.
No, it
flat.
was literally, he
Blunt.
pushed the other stud through my right
It
ear.
was a blunt.
That's another story.
It's
There's
blunt.
Yes.
there's only
That's
one
crazy.
stud here, and he's right here.
All right, so 4-wheeler.
right here.
Alright, it's 4-wheeler.
Right. Four wheels.
It came to the point to where we were just very, very irresponsible in the thing,
As
and we were
some are with
jumping gaps that shouldn't have been jumped, and
Yeah.
it
Oh, dude, I remember that one too. You go ahead and tell your story, but I forgot about that.
how exactly multiple wheelies, multiple times the 4-wheeler has stood up on its back end.
Yeah.
Many times, and one time we tried to jump the little hill upwards that you had by your house,
It was really fun though.
and it just we were both on it, and it just kind of
Yeah.
went this way,
Yeah.
and it almost crushed us both.
It's a good time.
I mean,
there you go.
could have died. Unfortunately, we didn't, but it
Died many times. In life.
Bog diddly
yeah, true. Bob Diddley God. Bob Diddley God.
So to add to that story, involving the same exact 4-wheeler on a different day. I said 4-wheeler, but 4-wheeler, 4-wheeler, 4 what the hell? Anyway,
What the hell?
the same ATV, different day, same jump, same hill. My dumbass decided I'm gonna hit it solo because Matt was actually there hitting it, and we were all just having a good time that day. But there was a shallower part, and then there was like a really steep, like almost half pipe angled style area there. So I decided to hit that because I wanted to get more air. Maximum altitude, boys and girls, and other
Ears popping.
identifications and whatnot.
What are you?
But so somehow I tried to, because being used to ride like bicycles and shit, I'm like, well, I'll just you put your foot down to stabilize yourself, essentially. Well, 4-wheeler, I don't know if anybody knows, weighs slightly more than a bicycle. So I was about 140 pounds. I'm not much more than that now, to be honest with you. But I was a little skinny sumbitch, as I still am. And I decided I hit that. The 4-wheeler popped back a little bit too far to where like it was going to be back wheels and potentially flipping back. And I wanted it to go forwards. And instead of leaning forwards as you're supposed to do, I put my foot down onto the ground and ran over my own leg with the back tire. Now, I don't know if you remember that. It was your 4-wheeler. You were there, I promise you. It was literally just tire tread all the way down my leg after that. It was the funniest shit ever, but after like the adrenaline's like just I guess evened out or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Kills.
It kind of hurt. I'm not gonna
Well,
lie.
I bet. It's very, very irresponsible on that 4-wheeler.
Yeah, there are a lot
And then it
more
just stopped
things.
working.
Yeah, it did stop.
Probably
it
for the
was,
better.
It was we hit the jump that day and the battery popped out.
Is that what happened?
I'm pretty sure it like just completely disconnected from everything, and we were like, how do we fix this? We don't know. We're not redneck enough,
And so I sold it.
basically.
And so it ended.
But there was another story too. I was for some reason I was the only one who was able to do donuts on that 4-wheeler. And there's spinning tires, and when you're in gravel, you just cut the wheel fucking hard as hell and mash the gas, and you're gonna be spinning in circles, especially if you don't weigh shit, which I didn't. And so we were doing that in the gravel, and I was like, hell yeah, bro, this is fun as fuck. Decided to take it over to the grass because I didn't want to tear up the driveway. Well, grass, let me tell you slide a little bit more when it's wet. I'm sure we all know that. But little skinny me was like, alright, I'm gonna do that. Started going with it, got around in circles twice, and then the four-wheeler tips up on two wheels, and I was like, oh shit, I better fix this. And by fix this, I mean I better completely let go and fly off the four-wheeler.
Right.
So that's what happened. Somehow managed to not get the four-wheeler flipped back over on top of me and crush my rib cage or anything else. It just kind of like slammed back down on two wheels. And I went flying off, and then somehow ended up with like a massive, because I used to wear that gray and black striped MMA elite hoodie or whatever the fuck it was back in high school. And there was just such a big hole in the bottom of the sleeve of that where my hand just like ripped off of a freaking four-wheeler. But yeah, so once again, like you said, irresponsible, but it was a good old time.
If you can't drive an ATV correctly, don't drive them at all.
If you ain't
Don't
wide
kill
open,
yourself.
if you don't mash the gas,
You better
you
be-
ain't getting
Help me out here, boys. Come on.
Help me out, it's legal.
If you don't mash the gas,
If you don't mash the gas, then you won't mash life.
No, it didn't rhyme. It's got rhyme. You got to feel it. If you don't mash the gas,
You don't
I'll
get
leave
a
your
pass.
ass in the grass.
You don't mash the gas, you don't get a pass.
Like some bad jokes
you don't
aside.
get a pass. What's your redneck story?
Yeah, I was about to say, what is your redneck?
Right.
You didn't mash the gas.
Well, yabba dabba do. Let me think.
What about the camp lot? The big
lot.
party.
There were quite a few parties down there at the camp lot.
Well, oh,
Actually, I have a story about you at the
I
camp
don't
lot.
want you to tell it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he fucking went through that story.
Oh, you don't like it? I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
I don't like it.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
With the chair and whatnot.
Yeah, I think I'm falling for it.
It was funny. I'm sorry.
I don't-
It was funny.
Do you really have like a redneck? Like that type
Well, you can
story?
be redneck or just anything that's just out there that
Backwoods type story.
some sort of you probably shouldn't have been doing.
It ain't gonna happen in the middle of the city.
Yeah, something that's gonna happen out where you live.
Out where I live. Well, you know.
Was that Morty?
Well, there was the 4th of July, and me and old Rocky Barnes over here, we were playing with bottle rockets.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah, yeah.
thought it'd be pretty cool to set off from our living room.
Woke up the next morning after that party.
And we were, setting off our bottle rockets, and we lit this one, and I thought it would fly out of my hand, and it saved my hand. I got scared. I threw it on the ground. It blew up. And
Did you mention that this was inside the house?
This is inside the house in the living room. Rocky Barnes is on standby with a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, I was like,
Everything
I'm
was
grabbing
safe.
this.
We finished up. Derek Cook comes rolling out. He's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" And we're like, "What?" And he's like, "You dipshits." He's like, "Get the fuck out of the house with the bottle rockets." And we're like, "Ah." And
We didn't. It was like we wake up from a lit ass party.
Didn't
and
you
we're
like
hey,
burn the carpet or some shit?
yeah, we got a big old burn
Yeah.
stain on the carpet, but it's all right because there's a lot of
Good
stains
times.
on that carpet.
memories
a lot of
and
different-
everything.
liquids and other
That
things.
sounds nasty.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, sometimes people drink a little bit too much and decide to regurgitate.
I was thinking of other
certain
things.
All right, so something
You
that
disgust me.
something that I noticed we don't talk about too much on here is like movies,
Yeah, I was actually going to bring
Like
that up.
film and stuff.
You guys are like more movie guys than
big time.
Yeah, I
sure,
got a big
especially
movie
Brad.
story to share. X-Men Dark Phoenix is coming out this year. It's the final
Yeah,
X-Men
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Everything's ending this year. We got Game of Thrones ending, and Avengers ending,
See, I heard
X-Men
X-Men
ending.
ending.
I heard that Marvel with like the whole different what is it called? Time, whatever the hell they're called. What are they called? Time, not time. I keep wanting to say time zones, but it's like several
Timelines?
multiverses.
Yeah.
The multiverse, yeah.
Right. So I heard that they're going to be like keep releasing different stuff and like bringing back the X-Men in certain multiverses, and then
Yeah, but it's not going to be. That's
Like the
that's the
original
MCU's
series.
X-Men.
right.
Yeah, this
That's-
is Fox's X-Men, and it's
Okay.
done. Well, they filmed Dark Phoenix, and it's supposed to come out next month. They just announced that they had to reshoot half the movie because they figured out that they accidentally used the same source material as another superhero movie, and they filmed pretty much the same exact movie.
Are you serious?
So they had to
Did they-
reshoot half the movie.
Did they say what the other superhero movie was?
James McAvoy just said, we figured out that we had the same exact ending as the movie that came out a while ago, and we had to reshoot half the movie.
That's ridiculous.
I think that's crazy. He said they didn't. None of the writers figured it out until it was too late that they had used the same exact source material to make their movie.
That's insane.
Then another one had to use.
That's why Disney bought Fox.
Yeah.
Apparently, aren't they coming out with like another Fantastic Four movie as well?
It's announced for Phase 4 officially.
Yeah.
Yep, Fantastic Four movie.
Is that based off of the origin movie that was released?
No.
It was absolutely
all the
Fox.
stuff you've seen before is gone.
Okay,
Yeah, ignore
because that was a
It's all
terrible
real.
movie.
And also saw that they are still trying to release the New Mutants.
Yeah,
like next year. Yeah, that blew my mind when I saw that.
yeah. I mean, well, they filmed the whole damn thing. They gotta release it.
You would, because I mean, it was originally supposed to be a trilogy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was supposed to be 3 movies, but I guess they're just gonna release the one now.
It's got Maisie Williams in it. It better come out.
Yeah, and something else I read too that I don't know you know about, that they are basically confirming Venom, Tom Hardy's Venom, to come in with Spider-Man.
I saw that.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought sorry, I didn't cut you off. But I thought Venom was actually a really good movie. I mean, I never read the comics or anything. For not having read the comics or anything, it was more of like a lighthearted, not necessarily super villain style movie, but obviously he's more of an anti-hero, I would imagine.
Yeah,
it starts
sure,
off as a villain that becomes more of an anti-hero. I thought it was like a different way of portraying a superhero slash anti-hero movie. It was just like more of directly like, this guy's not perfect, he's got issues, and he's just gonna straight up fucking kill you and not even care about it, as far as Venom goes and everything. One thing that I didn't really like about that was what is that dude's name that plays the after credit scene that plays as Carnage?
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson. Apparently, and this is just me talking about from things that I've heard, Carnage in the comics was supposed to be what, Venom's son or whatever, something like that. He's supposed to be a younger teenager guy, and then Woody Harrelson's like old as hell at this point.
I honestly couldn't tell you anything about comics.
I mean, I never read them either, but it's just like stuff that I've heard everywhere. From what I heard, Carnage's character, like his human form, was supposed to be like a teenager or a younger guy. And I mean, I can kind of see how they tried to do that or whatever.
He's supposed to be a lot younger, yeah. He's not supposed to be Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson's just like an 80-year-old in like a Raggedy Andy wig.
That's one thing I'm
like
100% not a fan of, is like the look of Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like he doesn't fit there, because I mean, it's just like I'm not gonna be able to not see Woody Harrelson.
Right, it's Woody Harrelson is Woody Harrelson no matter what movie
It's one of
he's
those
in.
things. The tone in Venom, it's just like they marketed it as something completely different, and then the movie comes out and it's just everyone wanted a dark movie, and that's just not what it was.
No, it was more on the comedy side.
My biggest problem with Venom is that it feels like a 2008 superhero movie.
Yeah.
I feel like if it would have come out in 2008 2007, I would have loved it.
Right.
But the fact that we've had so much time to evolve our technology in making superhero movies, and it looked like a 2008 superhero movie, that kills it for me.
Well, they had so much like ground to cover because it's basically an origin story, right?
It really... I got a lot of bad things to say about
Say what
that.
you really mean. Go ahead. Speak your mind.
The only thing that I can redeem about that movie is just Tom Hardy's performance.
Yeah,
I think
Because Tom Hardy's good and everything.
He's good.
Yeah. If it wasn't for him, the movie would have flopped completely, in my opinion.
I just don't think it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate what they did with it.
I liked it.
Nothing good to say about that movie.
That's alright.
No, when it comes to Venom, really. I've seen it one time. I kind of
I watched it with Jake actually in the theater.
It's one of the, it's one of the. There's only 2 superhero movies that I've almost walked out of theaters with, and that was Venom was one of them. The other was Aquaman.
We saw.
If I was with Rocky, I would have left.
I started
I
watching
liked Aquaman a lot.
Yeah, I know I'm in the minority for both of those because I know a lot of people like Venom too.
Well, see, I'm with you on the whole Venom.
I started watching
both of them.
Aquaman because we had it on Blu-ray or whatever, but it was to the point where, like you said, it's just not like a good movie for me to watch. But that's the problem with like DC games are really good, whereas like some Marvel games haven't been so good. Obviously, they had the Spider-Man game is absolutely amazing, but apparently it's vice versa of that, where like Marvel superhero movies are just absolutely amazing, and then DC's got like the whole TV series and stuff like that, just like subpar in comparison.
DC's just very underwhelming.
They're getting their footing now. I think.
Now, yeah, for sure.
Because Wonder Woman was solid, and Aquaman.
I
for
liked
me, it wasn't
Aquaman.
good, but a lot of people loved Aquaman.
I liked Aquaman a
And I
lot.
think
I
it's-
watched it again for the other day.
I think it was a well-made movie too. I think it's just me not being a Jason Momoa fan.
That's understandable.
But
Did you hear about the God of War movie supposed to be coming out? I think it's on Netflix movie or whatever, featuring Jason Momoa as Kratos.
I can't say nothing about it that you all didn't mention in the last podcast.
that I can agree with.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a good idea. I think that's awesome.
Well, I agree with that, but I think that they should definitely take more of an origin story of Kratos, whereas instead of the Norse mythology, as I mentioned last week, it should be the Athenian and Greco mythology first, and then lead up to the newer stuff. I mean, I understand that they completely reworked the whole backstory of Kratos, to where he has a kid and a wife and everything like that, in the newer God of War. But you should start from the beginning if you're going to start from the beginning.
They're making a Witcher thing too with Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
Really?
that's supposed to be really good.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I love Henry Cavill.
Now,
Superman.
we've had this discussion, not no more, right? Henry Cavill's out.
I think yeah.
Yeah, he's gone. He's not Superman anymore.
Oh no, yeah, because it was. I think it had something to do with the Witcher movie, didn't it?
No, Henry Cavill just didn't want to do it
He's
anymore.
done.
It's just done.
Just like Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Well,
Robert Pattinson is playing Batman.
yeah, I heard about that. I wonder if his skin's still going to be shiny.
Dude, he's an amazing actor. I
Yeah.
don't care what anyone says.
Have you heard of the movie The Lifehouse?
have.
Lighthouse that's coming out.
Yeah.
Robert Eggers, that did The Witch. He's doing that movie. And they say that Robert Pattinson is amazing in that.
I think Robert Pattinson's amazing in every movie. Twilight. You say what you will about Twilight, but
I love the Twilight
he
movies.
did.
I love him.
I can't say that I liked or hated them. I mean, there were aspects of it that I didn't like, but there were also, like, for seeing them for the first time, it was definitely a unique take on, like, the whole vampire werewolf backstory, especially with, just everything that they did as far as CGI and just storytelling. There were parts of the thing with certain people were just like, oh, it's a chick flick. And it's like, it's a movie.
It's just another cool thing to hate.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Everyone just wants to hate
Pop
something.
culture, you just gotta give stuff a chance. Don't hop on bandwagons. It's like, I like Aquaman, y'all don't like Aquaman. It's just one of those things.
I never finished it.
Be your own person.
I can't say that I liked it or disliked it. I mean, I kind of got into the beginning of it, but then I was like, well, I have props to build upstairs because I got other projects and shit to work on. And then I came back downstairs and it was off, so I was like, well, I guess I can watch this another time.
But it's one of those things.
Yeah.
I have not seen Aquaman. I watched Venom. I liked it. I mean, that's my
You like
opinion.
Venom?
Yeah, that's my opinion.
See, I didn't hate it. I did not hate it. I liked it for what it was.
I don't know that it. I don't know that I enjoyed it the
get
second
into
time,
things.
But I mean, the first time, I enjoyed watching it. But the second time, I don't know if I'd watch it the second time.
The one
That's
thing
like
that really bothered me about Venom is just the female main character of that. I don't remember what her name was. I don't remember
too much about Venom. Other than
Michelle
Well, she just was an absolute. I know it was just the character that she was told to play and everything, but after this is just me getting way too involved in like the immersion of movies and everything. But being that I'm a sad boy, had my heart broken one too many damn times, as we all have, and as everyone has and probably will. It was to the point where like he completely changed his ways, wasn't a dickhead anymore, got everything figured out, and was relatively a perfect human being. And she's just like, nah, fuck you.
Talking about Venom still.
Yeah.
It's
Like at the end of the movie, he's just like, I mean, obviously she went out and she did shit with this other dude the whole time. And it was just like, what is wrong with you?
yeah.
I just had such an issue with her character. But
It's more or less Tom Hardy's character in that was like wholesome to begin with. Eddie Brock, he's nothing like Venom. Venom's the one that made him like turn into that dick.
Vision's getting blurry. Vision's getting blurry.
Right?
Vision's getting blurry.
No. I'm thinking about what you said. I was like, she was the one who turned him down. He was the one who didn't go with it. He left her alone.
yeah, at the end of it, right?
Yeah.
But at the beginning, when he was actually trying to fix things, I mean, obviously he fucked everything up at first, which caused her to leave. And then, like, he was going through all of these changes and just trying to win her back, if I'm remembering
The screwed up
correctly.
part is that, from what I remember, she left because of the that
He like
up her career.
Yeah, he messed that up, but then whenever he went back and changed and did all this other stuff and basically essentially became like the perfect human being or
That
whatever.
doesn't change that he messed up her career, though.
Well, there are other careers out there.
It depends how you see it.
Yeah, I guess.
See, I watched it one time when it came out in theaters.
Yeah, I really don't
honestly
remember nothing to even talk about this.
I don't
I'm just thinking about
remember
Michelle
much at
Williams' character. I was like, I just love Michelle Williams.
I don't know.
I don't like her in that movie.
I didn't like her character at all in that
Yeah, I
movie.
didn't like her in that movie. I was just like, man, you made me dislike Michelle Williams. I love her.
What's a movie everyone's really excited for?
I don't even know what movies are
Recently.
coming out, to be honest with you.
I know what you're gonna say. Rocket Man.
I couldn't tell you what movies are coming out. I've been more on like the tech side of like video games and music right now.
Is there an upcoming Batman movie?
Not for a while.
Not
It's got
till Detective
Robert
Batman.
Pattinson in it.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell's
That'll
Because
be
something
a couple years.
about I've watched the Batman movies. Something about it, dude. I will hook the surround sound up. I mean, I'll just be totally immersed.
Batman
in
is the shit.
like
never
that
got into
darker
Batman.
tone. Of just
Yeah, for
like
sure.
Batman, I'm totally immersed in that.
Absolutely.
Joker's coming out.
Joker.
That's one.
Really.
Yeah, Joker in October. with
Isn't this
Joaquin
supposed to be
Phoenix?
like another? Yeah, isn't that like a TV series though?
No, that's just
No,
the whole
it's a
movie. It's an origin story.
Okay, but there's supposed to be another Suicide Squad movie coming out. Or
Birds
Yeah.
of Prey.
yeah, I didn't like the
There's a
first
Suicide Squad 2 coming out too.
Is it really?
Because James Gunn wrote it. He's directing
Yeah,
it.
that's right. They're saying
And
it's
then
going to be
what?
good.
Guardians
Sure will.
3 is coming out sometime too, right?
Not for years.
No, it's going down.
It's going to be like 5-6 years.
Because
until we see it.
his contract he made with them, because they did all that shit with him, he made them agree to let him finish Suicide Squad 2 so before he would come work on.
Yeah,
He made them agree to that. Like, if you want me back for this, I'm finishing this movie.
Yeah. Because I know Batista really wanted to be in Suicide Squad 2.
Batista? Really?
Batista wanted to be Bane.
That would
That'd be
be
pretty
perfect
crazy.
casting.
I know.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what's ever happened with it, but because Batista was because whenever they got James Gunn off the Guardians of the Galaxy, they lost pretty much all their cast. And Batista, he was all about going to Suicide Squad and being Bane for James Gunn. Cause
He's getting up there pretty well. Batista?
Batista's character in Avengers, I guess, or Guardians in general.
Drax.
Yeah, Drax. It's just what was it? I think it was in Infinity War or whatever. He's like, I've mastered the art of standing
Yeah,
so
that scene,
incredibly
yeah,
still.
for sure.
That scene was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
That and the improv scene that he did about why is Gamora or whatever that part.
Yeah, he definitely kills Infinity War with the humor. I think he
Yeah.
steals the show.
It was pretty funny.
He only has one line in Endgame.
Yeah. It's
What if
like...
you go ahead and spoil it for me, please. I'm begging.
Ah!
Not bad.
It's
Is that even a line at that point? It's just, people say that half the time when they take a shit.
Cool part. I didn't really realize how little everybody does in the last fight in that movie.
That's what I was
watching
about
it
to
again.
say. That's
I was
what-
kind of
yeah.
like how we were talking about earlier. Winston Duke just pops out and yells at a guy, and I was like, "That's Winston Duke part of this whole movie."
It's...
But I guess 1 second in Avengers Endgame is still a second in the biggest movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the second biggest movie because it still hasn't passed Avatar, has it?
Yeah, it passed Avatar.
Passed Avatar.
It did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, it's up there. Yeah, it passed Avatar.
good.
But,
Fuck Avatar.
I definitely agree with you on that.
I thought Avatar was pretty good.
And James Cameron.
Fuck you, James Cameron. You and your boat.
Fuck you and your boat.
They're supposed to be making another like actual version of Titanic, all the way down to like everything's like in real time. They're making another ship
Brett
all the
said
way
it.
down
Fucking
to the class separation, which I think is a terrible idea.
I haven't seen the original.
I mean, I'm talking about in real life.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
remaking
Oh.
the ship itself,
Itself.
which it's supposed to sail the same exact voyage. Have the same. It's
The same
literally-
exact iceberg.
That's what I'm
the
saying,
same
like,
exact
what-
death.
Better not go
They're
green.
all-
Oh,
guess
I'm gonna
with-
die again.
I swear, if
climate
it crashes-
change, there might not be. Which whether or not you believe it or not,
knows?
let's be honest. We're getting warmer, boys.
Yeah.
The world's getting warmer. Those icebergs are probably melting.
Shout out Leo DiCaprio. For sure.
Oh yeah, Freddy's in the movie. I was like, what are you talking about?
Forgot he said.
Oh, I wasn't even meaning that. I was meaning he was saving the world.
I was like
yeah.
thinking the environment, and then he said that. I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah, he's in Titanic.
I didn't even think of that.
double whammy.
He's in
Only
all
here
kinds of movies.
on the Illusive Studios podcast.
Will you see us accidentally make references to things that are relevant in more than one way? And you will also see me stumble over my words and forget things very frequently.
It's one of those things.
Yeah. But did you see, there was an article about if Avengers was cast in the 90s.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. It had, like, Leo as Captain America and fucking... Who else was it? I can't think of his name now. The dude who plays Blade.
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, he was supposed to be, like, Black Panther or something like that.
Okay.
It's just
Alright.
interesting cast.
He actually was. They were gonna make. Yeah, what was I supposed to say? They were gonna make a Black Panther. They've been trying to make a Black Panther movie since 2000. And Wesley Snipes is going to be Black Panther, but then it kept getting pushed back because there was no interest in that movie at all. And then, MCU being as what it is and being able to pretty much make whatever they want, they were finally able to make Black Panther.
Yeah.
They got Chadwick Boseman.
Yes.
He's in his 40s.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy.
Isn't Blade a member of the Marvel Comics?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I
I
didn't know
wonder if
that.
they'd ever incorporate it.
I'm sure they would. I think he'd be in more of a Netflix show.
Wesley
Well, I guess a Disney Plus
Snipes.
show.
Yeah, Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
That's coming out soon.
Remember, he popped up at Ultimate Alliance, and I was like, "What the hell is Blade here?" Same
Yeah.
with Ghost Rider. I didn't know Ghost Rider was one of the MCU.
That's nuts.
He's in Agents of Shield.
Really?
Nicolas Cage.
Nick Cage?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a different Ghost
He's
Rider.
showing up everywhere.
What do you got?
What a guy.
Video
Talent.
indigestion.
I wish
For sure.
that the Netflix characters could have popped up in the movies, because I really would have loved to see the Punisher pop up in something. I thought that would have been great.
They're just always
John
gonna be
Bernthal as the
pushed back.
Punisher would have been amazing.
John Bernthal is the main antagonist of the new Ghost Recon game.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
He started off as because they released a prequel mission because Wildlands has been continuously been updated since it was released back in 2017, and they released a prequel mission that included his character in that, where you actually serve alongside with him, and like there's a whole. I haven't played it because I haven't updated my Xbox, but there's supposed to be like this whole brotherhood, ghost, we're a company of soldiers type shit going on, and then he like flips on everybody, and then with Breakpoint coming out in October. He's actually the main antagonist, which is pretty crazy with his whole drone army. What time did you say it was?
1:30. Oh, fuck. We're getting there, boys.
Yeah,
About time to
actually
end this
need
podcast,
to
man.
need to head out before too long.
Yeah, I need to go home and go to bed.
So I need to go home so I
Get up in
can
an
take give
It
someone
just
a
so
ride to work.
happens we're at 1 hour and 50 minutes. I mean, we did a hell of a good job.
Did good.
We did pretty good.
Yeah.
For sure. An extra 40 minutes
High
usually.
fives all around.
An hour.
First podcast. We
Hell
are returning,
yeah.
boys.
Hold
We are
on, that's
returning.
only 25 minutes longer than usual. Who taught you how
Something. Math.
time?
I don't know. He's a math guy.
Don't ask me.
56,000.
They usually-
56,000.
56,000.
56,000.
That's how much you should be paying me for this.
$56,000.
now you gotta divide that evenly among the
Well,
$56,000.
you pay me 56,000. You pay them too. I mean, that's just mine.
56,000.
So
Views.
to recap what we have discussed, does anyone even remember what all topics we have gone over?
Well, we
as far as
definitely
broad?
We covered a lot of surface.
we
definitely
we've spoke about our music. We've spoke
Yeah,
about
okay.
some movies. We've spoke about Brett's
Final video.
final video.
Yeah,
That's-
Mr. Banana Master final video. Go check him out. Check his channel. out.
We've
Sports
advertised to
Done Forever.
you not enough times.
Yeah.
about that 30-day free trial of
Sign up
Amazon
now.
Music Unlimited.
Right now.
Cancel before
Or later.
30 days.
Whenever is convenient for you.
Yeah, all those links in the description.
Yeah, you better just check them out for sure.
Just check them.
Just check
For
it.
sure.
What else are you gonna do? You're watching this podcast this long. Go click these links.
Right?
Definitely.
What's it gonna hurt?
Before we go, we do need to give someone a shout out who has been absolutely loyal to our podcasts. I don't know, we're probably gonna butcher your name, but you know who you are.
Big O.
The Big O.
The Big O.
Big O?
The most loyal viewer, I would say, as of right now, aside from probably family members and whatnot, as far
Yeah.
as someone that we have no idea who this
Yeah.
is. So this person, I'm not going to say any specific identification terms,
First fan?
but Dill O, whether that I'm assuming that's how your name is pronounced. We just want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for supporting the first 4 episodes, and I'm sure this episode you'll be watching too. You know, we will definitely keep.
just as a, it's so cool to just have like a first legitimate real fan, because it's just like you see these
Yeah, man.
people start, and it's just like,
Yeah.
here's our first fan.
Yeah.
This is where we
I
started.
actually did. I checked out this person's their YouTube channel, and they have, I think, roughly about 50 to 60 subscribers. They have a lot of gaming videos, gaming related stream
Check 'em out.
videos.
Oh, yeah,
They're-
all those 50, 60 subscribers should click these links in the description.
It's true, but I mean, just to give support where support has been given to us, go check out this person's YouTube channel. It is DYL space O. You know, I don't know exactly what the content is other than gaming. If you're into that sort of thing, then just give them.
They definitely deserve the support.
For
just
sure.
support small channels, man.
Definitely.
Any type of content.
So, regardless of whether or not we're butchering your name, you know how it's pronounced. We just want to go ahead and thank you for supporting us so far, and in the future, I'm sure. But I don't know. Do you guys have anything else to conclude with this recap of tonight's podcast?
I can just say I appreciate bringing me and Brett both on here and offering to let us be regulars. I'm 100% down for this.
Sure. We actually discussed that before the podcast even happened. We're more than happy to have you guys on as regulars.
I'm here.
But I mean, with that, we'll probably not dim down, but like instead of having 2 podcasts, it'll be one longer podcast.
One long podcast, yeah, for sure.
That also leaves room for. I mean, obviously, as of right now, Hunter does all the editing. I will be editing as soon as I get money coming in and get a PC that's worthwhile editing. I'll be helping him out to take some of the weight off of his back. But with us doing one long podcast instead of 2 podcasts that have to be uploaded twice a week, that opens up room for more content to come out of different types that are short and different lengths of content. But one thing that I do want to say, instead of, I know we do want to do a whole lot of different stuff as far as short films, music, entertainment, gaming, anything. We should probably find, once again, the niche, the niche, however you want to pronounce it. We gotta find our groove. We have to definitely concentrate, I guess, for lack of a better memory of a word. We need to focus on one condensed area and build that up first, and then we broaden out from that. So we can all talk about that after the podcast is over. But for any potential viewers or fans, if there's anything that you specifically want us to cover in future episodes of the podcast or future content in general, let us know down in the comments. Let us know on our Instagram page. Let us know on the Facebook page. Be sure to support us there. Follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook. All links will be in the description below. And, well, with that, honestly, I don't know what else we can say.
Would you like to add anything?
Brett?
No.
The Banana Master himself?
We gotta... Yeah, also, be sure to check out Brett's channel. I'm sure there'll be a link in the description. But Brett...
Yeah, click all the links.
He's been doing...
Mine first.
How would you describe your content?
What? I'd describe it as pretty damn good. That's what I'd say.
And that's over.
It's pretty damn good. You better
Pretty
check it
damn
out.
good. Pretty damn gone.
Watch the final video live now.
Make sure, even if you couldn't support him while his channel was up and running, it's still good to, give
I'm alright with being an afterthought.
It's not about what we're doing, it's about what we did.
Yeah.
But anyway, make sure you show him some support. He does have some pretty funny videos out there, some pretty good content. That's youtube.com/Mr. Banana Master. Thank you guys so much for coming on tonight's show. I'm sure you'll be back on next week and every week after that until we're dead or we're off to doing other things. We should probably end it there, I would say.
Yeah.
So,
Appropriate place.
boys, grab your bottles.
Here we are.
Thanks everybody for joining us once again for the 5th episode of the Illusive Studios podcast. Hope you enjoyed the new set and the new content on its way.
We're out, boys.